It's right now. We're good.
Like-
We're going right now.
Like 12 seconds ago. Yeah.
12 seconds ago,
Yes.
and you're just telling me right now.
Well, it's 20 seconds now. We can keep this going if you want.
That's all right. Never mind. Never mind.
Just fair warning, friend.
What's
Never
going on,
mind.
y'all? It's good. How's everything?
Today,
Oh,
man, I don't even know what happened today.
what do you mean?
I've been up since, I usually don't get up. I'm not supposed to get up till 6 a.m., but I was up since 5. No, you know what it was? I went to bed early. It's when I went to bed early. I went to bed at like 10:45 p.m. The first time I've been to bed before midnight in probably a year.
That's good for you.
And I woke up at 5, and it's like, yo, it's actually still dark outside. That's crazy.
That is the good
feeling.
stuff.
It's a good feeling. And then, you know, work was work. Nothing came in. I was the only person between 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. anyway, but nothing came in. It was a nice smooth day. Had a call. It was actually a pretty pleasant work day. I haven't had one of those in a while.
Oh yeah, because you're doing all that new stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started.
Slimmer, good
Went up to
see you.
Walmart. Learned that both of my sons are even more blind. So now we got to get them slightly more powerful glasses. And now we're going to go check Sarah to see if she's blind too. And
They're not blind. They're not
they're
He
not
blind.
said
blind.
just in case she's blind.
Just in case.
Oh dear.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say. And school starts this Thursday. I can't
This
wait.
Thursday?
This Thursday.
Why
It's usually after Labor Day, which is the week after this. Yeah, it's the first Monday.
Yeah, but
September.
you're in a different district. You're in a completely different.
Well, yeah, I am in a different district, so that might
It's a different
most
county.
likely has something to do with it.
You know what's funny? My mom, when the school year would start on a Thursday, my mom, we just wouldn't go the first like those 2 days. She's like, what's the point of going for a day or two? Just go on
That's
Monday.
like
And
the orientation
Yeah.
/ informational period.
we would just start on Monday.
Yeah, I
Just
see you on
start the
Monday.
first week. Yeah, we just start the week fresh. Like just go for 2 days. We
So-
wasting 2 whole outfits. And
Yeah,
then you hit
bro.
the weekend.
Oh,
Nah,
so wait a minute.
nah.
Because I've been seeing this
That's-
meme come up a lot recently. You know, when you laid out the kit, the first day kit right there on the bed, you sleep
Yeah.
next to it. You
Oh.
probably can't even go to sleep because you're too excited. It's like
Oh yeah.
your kit was just on the bed for 2 more days. I mean, well,
Bro.
4 more days technically, because Thursday,
No, it
Friday,
was-
Saturday, Sunday, and then you went Monday.
Nah, you put it up the night before. What you
Yeah,
mean?
it was in the. You
Nah,
put it
see,
back in the
mine was out
closet,
on
bro.
Wednesday.
You're
Nah,
just
mine
gonna
was on
leave the whole
Wednesday.
setup on the bed, bro.
Right there.
No, nobody
Nah.
is doing that.
Nobody's
Nobody
doing
is
that.
doing that.
You're right. I wasn't doing that because I went to school that Thursday.
Oh yeah, you started on that Wednesday,
I went on the
Thursday.
actual day, and I stayed for the last days. You know, like the June.
Oh
the
no,
mid-June
The
days?
last days?
'Cause, you know,
Oh,
that's
you
when-
don't stay. You don't go to last days, bro. That's a waste of time.
Nah, that's the best time. You get to interact with the people that you didn't usually interact with because they think they're safe. Because, like y'all said, nobody usually goes during those days.
What you mean they think they safe? What is that supposed to mean?
Because you know, like they try to hide away in the back of the classroom so nobody try to talk to them and things like that. Like, nah, you ain't safe. I see you. We both in class now. You going to avoid me now? I was one of those kids. I talked to everybody. So
Yeah, that's dope.
I went every day.
Nah, yeah, dude, you were always at school. It's not a bad thing. That's not at all. But I'm not going.
I hear a little judgmental in
Those-
your voice, but it's okay. Those are days past.
No, it's just I'm not going on those last days, bro. After finals, I'm done.
That's it. School's over.
I like if you want to go kick it with one of the teachers to pick their brain about something, sure. But that's it. There's no other reason to go. You're done. You're
Yeah.
literally done. The finals are
Every day.
taken. You're done. Yeah,
But
that's
school
more
was
time
like-
for me to go play a video game or something
Listen,
at
school
home.
was just,
Like,
I don't know. School was appealing to me, man. Like,
summer starts.
hell,
so
I went back
I'm
to school
out.
in my mid-20s. Like, I don't know. School's just, I like school. Will I go back now?
I like learning.
No.
I don't like this particular school
the-
dynamic, but I love.
Yeah, I was gonna
learning.
say the method in which it is presented.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I was talking to somebody about that earlier, kind of. Shout out to Clown. He was he told me he's working towards his MBA and he has his master's in engineering, I think it is. But he said right now he's doing his MBA in online classes, and I was like, wow, like online classes are like hella convenient, but for me, I don't think I could like do it. Like I need to be in school. I like
Yes,
going,
that's what I
and
said when I went back.
also I like asking questions. Like I need to I ask so many questions. So like I need to make sure
Mhm.
that I understand what you're talking about, especially because like it was like college, so I was paying for it. So I wanted to make sure I was passing. So
That's
like, but I just
exactly.
need to ask questions. Yeah, I just
No,
needed to
that's
ask
important, and
questions.
that makes sense. And how hard would that be to do in an online environment where the only thing you could really do is like click a button that says raise hand and hope that the teacher actually gets to you?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
but you can leave messages too, and they usually respond because
yeah. So what
like a lot of colleges do that.
They-
what he does, he has a one day a week in-person meeting with the teacher, so he can like go in and ask. Because that's for me, I'm just like, okay, bet. Oh, but wait, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
But now, what if, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
just ask a lot of
Yeah,
questions. I ask so many
yeah.
questions.
when I was in Troy,
As
that's exactly what I did.
as long as I
Yeah,
can read along and hear audio at the same time, I'll retain the information, and then I'll just ask
yeah,
my questions in the email.
yeah.
That's how I did my personal training school. And that's how I was doing the comp TIA stuff. I
Mhm.
just any questions I have, I just write them down and just send them all at the same time. But like, let me learn the base knowledge first, and then all right, cool, and then I ask all my questions. Because sometimes
Yeah.
the question you have is like they'll tell you the question in the next chapter, like they'll give you the answer in the next chapter. Usually, not all the time.
And I think
Fair, but I'm gonna ask my question
No,
regardless.
of course,
Yeah,
there are no
yeah.
bad questions
no, there are no
at all.
bad questions,
I'm
and
an in-person learner.
I think it depends on what you're learning. Like, take for instance what I'm learning right now, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. I'm on the command line, the black. Like I'm just typing letters all day. That's it.
Yeah,
So what I'm
yeah.
doing now is retention learning. So I'm not taking notes. I'm just listening to what the instructors are saying to me, and I'm absorbing it. And then like there'll be like the little guided classes afterward to see what I can remember, because that's ultimately what I'm going to have to do anyway. So I test myself to see how much I remember, and then I run back to see, oh, do I remember this part? And then from that, I learn what I need to really like focus on and things like that.
It's good.
But you can't really do that with all types of like I said, that's all you really do is just knowing what command to use when and where versus a different a different occupation. I was trying to come up with one at the time, but I couldn't.
Glenn Kane said, if we talking delayed games, we gotta mention Digimon Survive.
Man, I haven't heard anything about that game in a minute.
Yeah,
I haven't even been looking.
I want to
I
ask.
fell out of Digimon Survive. It's like, as a matter of, oh, you know
we
what?
haven't heard anything in a
peep
while. You're
this.
right. Yeah.
Huh?
No, I said we haven't heard anything in a while.
No, we haven't heard anything a little bit about them. But that reminds me, that brings me, because I was actually talking about Digimon Survive earlier today. I kind of forgot the name of the game, but I finally made it to disc 2 of Xenogears. And bro, that joint is like, it's like a graphic novel. Like, you're not like, bro, I was literally falling asleep, no lie. Like, the whole chat seen me, I was like, bro, let me give it up. I had to get up,
I just say
put
one
some
thing.
water on my face,
I
because
warned
I'm
you.
sitting there reading. It's like, okay, y'all said, yo, it's very wordy, there's a lot of text, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? But y'all didn't explain to me that it was
I
like
couldn't.
it was a visual, it's a graphic novel.
I couldn't do that.
When
There
you
was
did
no
the-
Tell
way
me
for
that.
me to enunciate it to you without essentially ruining it.
Yeah. Oh no, I was
There's
not
no way
ready.
for me to do that.
Like, because y'all said the whole game was like wordy, that you shouldn't like.
It
And
is.
I
And
played
is
the
it
game.
not? You played the first
I mean,
disc.
yeah. So it's very story heavy based. It's
Uh-huh.
very heavy story based. But there's still scenes. There's cut scenes. There's stuff happening. You got to read a lot of text boxes, but there's cut scenes. Blah blah blah. No. Disc two. Spoiler alert. Disc 2. Mans is sitting in a chair. Mans is sitting in a chair with like pictures behind him and text explaining the cutscenes that should have been, bro.
Yeah, and you remember the episode that we went way back when This
That's
is
what I was
why
about to say.
Xenogears was my game for the Snyder cut.
Yeah.
You are
Do you-
experiencing the very reason right now.
Yo,
It's text.
It's just text because
just
they
text
got
and
they got
pictures.
rushed. Just text and
It's like,
pictures
oh.
and occasional gameplay.
I went there,
That's it.
and I saw him there, and I moved this, and then after we moved that, we went over here, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I even said this, but I was like, I feel bad, like because they had a fleshed out, thought out story that they wanted to do because it was supposed to be a sequel, right? So it'd be 2 games, 2 different games.
6.
I have no idea.
6. This was supposed to be a
6.
6
Oh,
game,
6.
6
Okay,
episode
6.
thing. Yeah.
Wow, 6. But
And so yep,
they
they had to compress all of that into
Yes.
what you are playing right now. And
you
it's
can tell that they had a fleshed out, thought out idea, and man, it's a straight up graphic novel, and I was legit falling asleep, legit. But the reason I brought that up was because like Digimon Survive is kind of like that for me. It's like
oh yeah, that
a
digital novel. Yep.
yeah, it's like a digital novel type game, and I'm just like, no, I just won't be able to do it. I won't be able to do it. I was excited for it, but nah, man. Oh no, I'll fall asleep. I'll straight up
So
fall
maybe
asleep.
it's good, maybe it's good that they're delaying it because now they could possibly change up the.
I doubt that. I doubt that. I think
know what, you're
I
right.
think Digimon Survive still has its core. Like it's still gonna be the same game that it was gonna be. I doubt it. Maybe it could, but I just doubt it.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the delayed game list, let's talk about what's on there. It's a running. Funnily enough, it's not a static article that this is on. The subtitle says running delay tally currently at 35. So at any
35.
point,
Yeah.
this list can
active.
increase.
The
It's
year's
still-
not over.
The year is not over, and this isn't in any particular order, nor is it excluding any type of game. So these are games that were delayed, period, whether or not they are currently released or are
Right.
to be released. So we're just gonna go down the list, and I know some of these we've talked about before. Outriders, we definitely mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to come out in February, came out in April, and we all see where Outriders is right now.
It's doing all right.
That's it. And I'm just scrolling through it now.
Is it doing better? Because I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's
got
doing
yeah,
pushed.
it's doing
fine.
better. Yeah.
It's doing good. Okay, I know it got pushed, but then you know,
The inventory.
inventory wipe.
Oh,
So like you get pushed 5 months or however long it got pushed, and then inventory wipe. It's
Still
like,
doing that. So
what's up? What's
like, yeah, what were you doing during the push? Is what we was wondering.
yeah. I
they
don't know.
fixed all the other bugs that made that.
Blame
happen.
Kane says Outright is still garbage. I've never even played it. I've only seen it played.
Outriders is still garbage. I'm constantly getting booted from servers. You've had about half a year. You need to fix. Like, you're supposed to get your traffic situation figured out because you can't still be having server bounces. April, what is it? May, June, July, August, September. It's about to be 5 months.
Yeah, their Steam numbers have dropped a lot since May.
Yeah.
The average players in May was about 9,000, and the peak was 29,000, which is good. But now, in the last 30 days, it's averaging around 1, and its peak is 2.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
Oh dear.
that's wild.
But
Wait,
that's
okay,
just
now-
Steam. It's just Steam.
Just
What
the-
is
yeah,
Marvel's Avengers? Is Marvel's Avengers on Steam? Before I even ask that, no, it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Is it?
I don't know if that's on Steam.
We can check
We
really
can
quick.
find out.
Marvel's Avengers is in fact on Steam.
It is on Steam.
40 bills.
So let me see. What are those numbers? Did there? Because I mean, that's also a game that it didn't get the greatest reviews. So I'm wondering if they had any
They're
drops.
averaging around 2 right now.
Around
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
And their
So, I mean,
peaks are around
Outriders
10.
and- Yeah, Outriders and Avengers doing the same. Okay.
Yeah. And they still getting
Okay.
all types of DLC and stuff made for them. So whatever.
Okay. Yep.
Scrolling through this list, I saw a number of games that would hit all of us personally. And I'll just
What's-
mention mine really quick. GT7.
Yeah,
So
I saw that.
it's a good and bad thing that it got delayed. Bad because obviously I want to see what Polyphony can do on the PS5. Like they've been doing the dang thing since GT3 with how the cars look and what the accuracy at which they portray them in the game. So if it's gonna delay it, fine. Add more graphical fidelity because to be fair, Forza Motorsport is pretty up there also, and you have competitors in Assetto Corsa, Project Cars, and other. Listen, car simming and as small as it used to be.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty vast.
It also gives me the opportunity to save up even more money for an improved rig for when I do play Gran Turismo 7.
Oh man.
Because now the PlayStation has direct drive compatibility, so I don't have any limitation on the steering wheel and things like that. So it just makes it more accurate. So it was delayed, COVID-related production challenges. You're going to hear that a lot from developers and first party, third party, whomever. So production just slowed down, and they want to make sure they give us a great game, so they delayed it.
Which like that makes 100% sense. Like when that's the issue, it's totally fine. It's like, duh. It's prior to this and going forward. I'm still on the unrealistic deadlines for these games.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that's one of the main reasons why we get so many games being delayed, because they're not being delayed by like a month, 2 months. Sometimes it's 6 months. Sometimes it's 2 years. Like you look at some of the things on this list, it's insane. It's pretty crazy for you to misjudge your timetable that much. Not talking anything related to COVID. Like you can't do anything about that. But it's just wild to me.
Yeah. Is it always worth it? Because like I said, we brought up Outer World, out. What's the name of that game? Outer Land, Outriders. Outriders.
That
That's
would have been
the
way
one.
worse than that.
You said like 3 different games there too. That's kind of crazy. Outland, Outriders, and I don't know what the other
That's you know the game. You know the game. Outriders. Yeah. So like, I don't know. Is it always worth? I wonder what's the point of their delays, or what was the reason for a lot of these games delays in the first place?
You're either gonna get the canned response, COVID related, or they might tell you.
Yeah.
They usually will tell you like the broad reasons why.
The high level reason,
yeah, but they don't really usually get into exactly what was broken. Like, our paint doesn't fit the thing and it slides off the character. Like they'll tell you that, but they'll be like stability issues that we have to fix. It's like, all right, like they don't really go too much deeper than that usually.
They got one that's near and dear to me on here. It's New World, and man, they hurt my heart. I was expecting this game to come out, and then it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna push it back a whole month. Like,
it has been a month since you last played, huh? Wow.
Well, no, a month.
Almost.
The beta? Well, no, the beta was earlier this month, wasn't it? The closed beta.
Yeah, it's gonna be. But by the time it releases, it's gonna be a month. That's what I mean to say.
Well, it was supposed to release, I think, tomorrow.
It was supposed to release earlier this year.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's another thing. So luckily, I wasn't even in. Not that I wasn't into it. I didn't really know about it all like that earlier. Like we talked about it, but like I didn't look into it earlier. It wasn't until the closed beta came that I really got. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm into this. And so luckily, I wasn't about it before. But now
because you would have been hurt,
bro. If I was waiting since spring, oh no. I'd have been going through it.
Now you just asked, are delays worth it? And then I brought up, it depends. Like in this case, is it worth it? I think yes. They had a quality amount of closed beta playthrough. They got numbers, they got people, they got bugs, reports, things like that. I think a month is a good enough time to address that because this is an MMO. Like you
Silva
says, a bunch of things.
My body is ready for a new world.
A new world.
Same. You already know we put together a crew of degenerates to get ready to get it going. So I'm ready, but
it's going down. It's going
down. They need to stop pushing it back, man. Stop pushing these games back.
I'm not going to say all of that. as long as you feel like your game needs a little more polish and you're reasonable
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
amount of time that you delay the
Yeah.
game, go ahead and
No,
do
I
it.
agree.
Because I don't want Cyberpunk or
I
The
agree.
Ascent.
As
or
Silver just
the
says,
list
I'll
Yo,
wait another
between-
6 months.
That's the
Sorry.
thing though. They pushed those games back too, and they still wasn't ready.
Oh,
That's what I'm
but
s- like that's where I go to like those
Yeah,
deadlines, man. Like,
but yeah, we
there's
figured
no
out-
way your game can be right.
yeah,
They
we
told
figured out
us.
what happened at CDPRs, which is why.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so look at this though.
okay.
New World is Amazon, all Amazon, so they don't have you don't right? You don't think they have somebody else on their back about when they should drop their game, right? You think?
Amazon
No.
still has shareholders. We
Well,
don't know
yeah,
the
true that.
influence that they have over whatever.
True
Now,
true that.
those might be Amazon proper shareholders, so they might not care about the gaming development as much, so they may not be on
You
their
don't think-
backs. Whereas CDPR, they are a gaming developer. That's all they do. So the shareholders are going to be on them about that.
Yeah, like I mean, I know there's Amazon shareholders, but is there Amazon gaming shareholders? Because it's a different section. I don't know if there's going to
I
be
don't
anybody on
think
their
so,
back like
'cause
that.
Like take the literal term shareholders. They have shares of Amazon. They don't have shares of Amazon gaming. So I don't think so.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is again all assumption. They may
Right.
have that on separate boards. So
Whoever's invested into that, I'm sure there was a deadline for the game.
yeah.
And I'm sure they were like, it ain't gonna be ready by that deadline. And they're like, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
could
it was
be holding
supposed to
themselves
really come out
accountable.
spring,
Yeah.
huh?
Like,
I said they
you
could
gotta
be-
give people time to create, man. Like, let the creators create. Let them make something. Give them time. Give them some time. Like, they be trying to rush greatness. Like you don't really be rushing somebody's album, right? You usually give them some time to make a record. Like, oh, yo, go make a record. All right, cool.
Yeah, I feel like music's been getting rushed recently, to be honest with you, but
Really?
I get what
Bro,
you're saying. Yeah.
Peep
I'm-
this.
Mhm.
New World was originally supposed to release in May 2020.
See what I'm saying?
May 20, a whole
So
year
it's been
plus.
a year and a third.
Yeah.
Yeah,
16 months.
push back.
Now, 16 months is time to get some work done on your game. That thing
Yeah.
was no way shot, no way how going to be ready last year.
No,
I don't even remember. Did we even see what it looked like
16
last
months?
year?
I don't think
No,
so.
they just showed us that little trailer. That was a cinematic trailer.
Oh
There
yeah,
was
it wasn't
no-
ready then. No,
It wasn't ready.
this is an MMO. No, so maybe.
Wait a minute.
Uh,
Glenn Kane said, all I'm gonna say is ESO is a perfect example of what happens when an inexperienced developer tries to delve into an MMO. An inexperienced Bethesda?
Yes.
wait, did Bethesda-
Yes.
Bethesda did it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but ZeniMax. But what MMO do they have?
How were they inexperienced? That's
What
my
MMO
question.
do they have? They
Okay,
are
well, he didn't say
inexperienced in- well, yes.
MMO.
Yes. Well,
He's-
I'm assuming
They said MMO. I mean, they said developer, inexperienced,
inexperienced developer. Incorrect. Inexperienced MMO developer. Correct.
They've not made any previous MMO.
Fallout 76 was whack. And that
That don't
came out
count.
after.
That game don't count.
Is that an
game
MMO?
don't count. That game. Yes, but that game. No. No, actually, no.
I don't know.
76.
No.
I don't know.
Those are low pop maps. I don't think so. It has to be like
76 was an MMO.
Yeah,
Could have
but how
sworn
many-
that was an MMO.
Isn't it 76 people per map? Wasn't that the
no,
thing?
there
I
was
don't-
like 40.
Oh, it's 40 per map.
Yeah, it was a relatively low number. That's why I say no, it wasn't an MMO.
But okay, so with both of those games, now
Uh-huh.
I don't know about 76.
Mhm.
But I heard it got a lot better. But
It did,
ESO's
yep.
ESO's like a popping MMO right now. It got way from when we first played it, it got way better. And it's like there's whole dedicated stream teams to like ESO and stuff like
ESO
that. Like,
has
it's a popping MMO.
Bethesda put money in it, and they did it right. Cause
Yeah.
ESO never did bad. It just wasn't
Nah.
up there in population. Now it is.
Yeah.
Because everybody's breaking away from the other big entities that isn't Final Fantasy 14 and that don't
Right.
want to go to Final Fantasy 14, so they'll go to ESO or Terra
Or
whatever.
Or
have
go
you.
check out New World because it's coming.
Or New World because it's coming.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. And it's like, bro, I mean, Final Fantasy 14, which is one of the most popping ones out there, their 1.0 was terrible too. So it's like it's hard to say. I feel like Final Fantasy 14 really showed that you can't really judge the MMO by its first
By its first
appearance.
iteration.
Yeah. Like when it first comes out, it's not
Yes.
gonna be that popular.
But you want to know why that's such a great story is because who else has done that?
ESO.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think ESO was not FF14 1.0 bad.
No,
I mean,
No.
no,
It
not,
it
but
just wasn't crazy popular.
It wasn't crazy popular. All they did was just add content and continue to distribute it more, and it gained steam on its own.
right. Okay, no. ESO did. I mean, not ESO. 14 did like a whole they
They
abolished
blew it the
everything.
hell up.
They destroyed everything.
Yeah, they
and-
destroyed
They
everything.
basically should have. They should have delayed it.
basically, well, yeah, basically, probably. I don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It just it wasn't it when it first came out. It wasn't it. It just wasn't it. Well, I think it was labeled like the worst MMO ever.
To be on, yeah, I was gonna say a delay wasn't saving that game. No, that needed everything that happened to it to happen. A delay, because they would have just delayed and made it even more of a BS system, I think. So
I mean,
this was a complete transformation of everything,
which is good that they blew it up.
So yeah, but then you blow it up. You're essentially you got to start from scratch again. That's daunting as hell. You just spent all that time and effort to build this iteration and it failed.
But do you think 14 started from scratch? I think they peeled away a lot of layers, but they didn't start the base code from scratch. They didn't start the base game from scratch. I feel like a lot of the numbers and math, they probably tweaked some stuff, but I don't think they tore it all the way down because they released the 2.0 win like just a year later.
Yeah, one or both, 1 or 2 years later. Yeah. No, according to Game Claim, they did in fact start from scratch. I'm assuming so because they did get a brand new team, brand new director.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, the battle system. I actually go back and look at 1.0 videos every now and then, and man, it's the
Very
most
different.
night and day ever.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like when those type of games first come out, you got to give them time to like
Marinate.
find themselves, I guess, like to grow and like figure out really what they want to do with their platform, I guess.
And that's a risk in itself. And ESO's doing relatively well, I think.
ESO's doing good.
But the game's got to work.
The game's, huh?
The game has
but
to
the game's got to like work. It can't be like buggy and messed up. It's got to actually work. Like whether you don't like it or not, it's cool, and like you want to see it build more content. But it can't. But you can't be going through the floor. It can't be like the glitches and all the bugs and stuff we can't have. It's got to actually.
Yeah, I think 14, whatever they did with 14 1.0, they had to blow it up. They was like, all right, we completely messed this up. Let's just try it again. And it works now. Now it works.
Let's just hope that New World doesn't have to do that. Just keep delaying it as need be. Because once you release it, that's it.
Nuke?
Yeah, no nuke.
I think 14 is the only one to nuke. Ain't nobody else nuke with 14, right? As far as I know.
I don't know nobody who's ever released a whole game.
No.
All of those ad dollars, everything, and then have to nuke the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's such a crazy story. Who else has done it? Nobody.
And they wove that into the story.
And they wove it into that's kind of
That's literally the core of the game is the calamity, which was that.
Amazon could have did it with Crucible, but they was like, we're not doing this. We're not. Nah, I'm good. We're good. And they just burnt it.
Mm-hmm. Glenn came with a fact. Perfect World International nuked like that. I'm gonna look that up because I've never
even heard.
There are so many MMOs, past, present, future. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's so many MMOs, and I'm not the most well versed MMO guy either.
Oh no.
So.
Initial release date July 05 for Windows and Android. Okay.
And MMO on how come MMOs aren't on mobile?
There are, but they're just small scale ones like this.
So 14 is on mobile.
No, I'm talking small scale MMOs are probably on.
No, I'm saying like why isn't WoW on mobile? Why can't like I do a Genshin Impact? Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Too much. Like look at what you have to do on 14 with your keybinds and stuff like that. To do that on your phone.
too many buttons. Yeah, it's probably too many buttons.
Also, if you're subscription based, you're beefing with the platform as well. You know that's coming.
Oh yeah, then Apple has
Wait,
to beef
what?
with Square for subscription fees and such.
Oh,
You already know that.
And
Money is
Google.
Is number one play.
honestly, you had me at button mapping anyway, so I don't even.
Yeah, just think about that. Like, fam, you got to put your whole keyboard.
Yeah, right.
man.
Yeah, you gotta do. That's too much. That's too much. Imagine trying to play Tarkov on mobile.
Now, Genshin's something you could do because it's already controller based. You can just map the buttons right there on the screen. You know, put your abilities in certain.
Genshin it's literally just 4 buttons, I think. I play Genshin
like
mobile.
4 or
Don't
6
do that.
buttons,
I
yeah.
am not a fan. It's like 4 buttons on the right side of the screen. It's like jump, attack, something.
Genshin is on mobile from Glen Clan. I clocked out.
Wait a second.
A while ago.
No, Genshin is on mobile. I know that much.
Yeah.
But he was asking why the other MMOs don't do it.
Yeah, but
Like
now that I think about it, you can they're touchscreen, so you can just hit the skill off the screen.
Have you seen some of these Final
Okay,
Fantasy
hold on,
14
hold on,
HUDs?
hold on. All
There's
right.
a lot of
Exclude 14. Take 14 out of it.
All right,
You
take
could
14.
do New
All right.
World on it.
New World. Oh, you can do New World on it. Maybe WoW. I don't know what the HUD of WoW looks like. You can definitely do New World
New
on
World's
it.
10 buttons, right? It's just the 1 through
Well,
0.
I have no idea. I haven't played. It's been too long.
It has been too long. I think it's a 10 key. Like you
know
can
there's
put 10
attack.
buttons at the bottom.
Attack, block, dodge, ability. I think you have 2 abilities actually. Shoot. It's change weapon or it's not
Oh,
shoot.
yeah,
I think it's just
change weapon set. Yeah.
and aim.
Aim you could do with motion.
There's like 10 motion.
See? You can take away a control and make the phone a control. And less
Motion.
Listen, man. There's a lot of things that could do. It's just
Dude, the Steam Deck has motion, and I don't know how I feel about that.
it better have motion.
Yeah,
if you
but
have
like
a handheld without motion nowadays, you're blowing it.
all you have to do is touch the what? Wait, the Switch
Yes.
has motion?
The
All right,
Switch.
the Joy
Switch
Cons have
phone.
motion.
Oh yes, of course.
And you're, supposed to
Well, that's the controllers, the Joy Cons.
yeah.
Yeah, but like okay. But okay.
You sound
This is why the Switch is so cool. Like it's
Okay.
it's weird, bro.
It's weird, man.
But
a
does
weird
that
space.
work while it's
What?
in the console, like while it's attached to the console, does it work?
What do you mean?
The motion controls of the Joy-Con.
Yeah.
It does?
Yes.
Okay. I've not played a motion control
I
game
was
on
gonna
the
say,
Switch.
have you played one? Probably
Oh.
not.
Yo, I played Mario Odyssey with the gestures.
Mhm.
Attach to your
so
console?
fun. No, just loose, like
Yeah,
loose.
that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean though, like because you can't take the Joy-Cons off the Steam Deck. That's why I'm asking if it works attached to the Switch.
All of that
I'll
stuff
control
is
that.
in the Joy Cons itself. I'm assuming there's a gyro in the Switch that feeds in.
A lot of
things like
assumptions
that.
going on here.
Whereas in the Steam Deck, I know for a fact there's going to be a gyro in there because, like you said, you can't separate the controller from it. So it's going to have motion on it.
But with the Switch, it works attached. Yeah.
Glenn Kane says it works attached.
It works attached, yeah. Also, from your imagination, the Pro Controller has motion also.
And
There you go.
they work attached or not.
I
Breath
have
of the Wild, yeah. Yeah, Breath of the Wild's a good game. I can only play a little bit at a time.
I don't even remember what the Pro Controller looks like. But
It's right there.
I was gonna say because B has it currently.
It's like this.
That is an Xbox Series.
Oh man.
What other games made it on this delayed list that actually bothered me? The Cyberpunk 2027 DLC. We knew that was going to happen because of the fiasco that happened earlier in the year. And
if
those,
you're getting and Cyberpunk based, it probably needs a rework. Just go fix it. I mean, look what happened with the Ascent.
The Ascent.
Just
No,
just a ripper doc in your game. Just take a minute.
Everyone tried to do the Cyberpunk thing. It just did not. I mean, the game is in a significantly better place than what it was when I played it, when it was crashing 12, 14 times a day. But yeah, no DLC. I'm actually really curious what they're gonna do with the DLC. So
one that sucks just based off of timing is Kena. Kena got pushed back to the 21st of September, which now New World got pushed back to the 28th of September. So literally a week later, New World comes out, and it's just like, yo,
you're gonna.
Well, you better beat Ken in 4 days.
That's not happening. That is not happening.
And you want to know something that's quite possible? You want to know what else is September that's probably gonna throw you for a loop?
What's that?
Deathloop.
Deathloop. I knew he's gonna. I knew it. I know you by now. The word loop was too specific. It was too specific. I knew it.
But
Deathloop. Yeah, but I fell out of Deathloop.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably don't like as much as you did initially.
Yeah, I'd like to see more like gameplay, how it actually plays now, because it's not what I thought it was gonna be.
So Silva said it's as a follow-up to Glenn Kane saying that that Cyberpunk is now playable and that it's good. It's too bad that 95% of people just abandoned it due to launch. Gamers are ruthless and loyaltyless.
Ooh.
Also, you spend your hard-earned dollars in a buggy game, it should be okay to ask for a refund. I think that should be okay.
That should be okay.
I don't think that should be okay. That should be okay.
But like,
should be okay.
But like, you shouldn't be labeled like loyaltyless. Like, if your favorite company is Nike, and you go and you buy a shirt and it's ripped, you would like to have your money back. It's the same kind of concept. You buy a game, it's beat up, you want your money back.
I just want to say a little something, just because it touches a little home to me. Now, nobody else has to feel the same way, but I personally feel. Listen, I'm just saying, like, just because I just personally feel like you shouldn't have any loyalty to any company, because
of course,
that company just doesn't even know who you are. So I just don't think you shouldn't have any type of loyalty. You should just go with what's good and just go with what you like. Like, you shouldn't just, if it's trash, it's trash. If it's dope, it's dope. And like,
yeah. I don't really do brand loyalties in any way. Like, because that company doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. It's like,
not at all.
Like, I might like their stuff, but like, I'm not just gonna blindly be loyal to that company. I don't do that. Like,
exactly.
That's why we have our beefs. Like, I have my personal beefs with Nintendo, with Sony, or with Microsoft, because each individual move that they make, I don't just blindly follow any of these companies.
Nah, yeah. They all do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, blind loyalism to, I mean, that doesn't say that we aren't still as anticipated as the game's release. Like, Final Fantasy 17. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to peep that. We're going to see what it's about. But Final Fantasy 17 isn't an insta purchase like how back in the day FF8 was an insta purchase, FF9 was an insta purchase.
Yeah. Like Glenn Klein, I love Supergiant. I love Supergiant with all my heart, but I will not just blindly buy the next game that they make. I want to see it. I want to take a look at it. I want it's like buying a new car. You should be able to take a peek at it, see if you want to invest your time and your money into it. Because time and money is very valuable. It's very, very valuable.
Yeah, blind loyalty, bro. That can lead. I don't know. It's just not good. It's just not good. And it'll just have you just like overlook stuff. It's kind of like being, I don't know, just being in a bad relationship. Like, you just overlook stuff that's clearly not good. It's like, dude, they are playing you right now for your money. And it's just like, you got blind loyalty because, I don't know, they dropped some of your favorite games, which is dope. Like, that's dope. That's really dope. But it's like, if they're not always there, if they're not still doing the same thing they was doing before, you got to recognize that. And there is a plethora, I'm going to say the word the right way right now, to show you how serious I am. There's a plethora of other games, consoles, companies out there that can do you justice, that can give you the actual content that you're looking for.
Like you just said, Glenn Kane, they've released 5 amazing games already. I doubt that will change. Okay, cool. But now let's like, how many Final Fantasies do you not like? How many whatever do you not like? Like, just because a game or a sports team or anything is on a run, it doesn't mean that the next thing is going to be good. You got to take your time with it before you just give them money. At least that's how I operate. Everybody is allowed to do what they do. It's your life. Live your best life. But yeah, nah.
Spend that cash how you want to spend it.
I don't care if you got 10 good games in a row. It's like, boom, the next one could be whack to me. You know?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I'm not gonna, or broken.
And it's like,
listen, I can't I can't borrow from my mom's wallet anymore. So I gotta be real pick and choose with these video games. This is my money now, man. And yeah, man.
If it's whack, it's whack, man. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I mean, but they made it, and like, oh, I mean, yeah, these 12 things are bad, but if you look at these 3 things, this is really dope. It's like, bro, nah, this is bad. Like, it's bad. Bad is bad.
Yeah.
And then that's where you can get into the conversation where one will agree something's bad versus someone who doesn't. And then that's where it boils down to you spent the money if you enjoy it.
Right. I'm all about that. But if something is broken, like it doesn't work, whatever. Like, so let's say you have a game and it's 15 things in your game and 10 of them don't work right and 5 of them are really cool. You should be able to be like, these 10 things are whack, but these 5 are dope, but I like the game. Fine. As opposed to the game is dope, all of it's good. I'm gonna apologize for all of its stuff just because I like it. Like, nah. I can't jump on that bandwagon. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Listen, if I'm walking through a door I ain't supposed to be walking through, I'm calling you out because like I'm not in the immersive experience I'm supposed to be experiencing right now.
I mean, I'll say that
I'm slicing this enemy and he's not dying. I'm not having a good experience, man. I'm calling you out. Like, no.
I'll say it's perfectly. I think it's okay to like love your game, whatever, and all of its flaws if you like. But like, if as long as you recognize, like, yo, yeah, this part's bad. This part's pretty bad, but I love the game still. Like, you know, then cool. That's what's up, bro. But as long as you're able to recognize, you know, the faulties it has, but
right. Because I like all types of wild games, man. And some of them have like low reviews. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I know the stuff about it that's whack, but I'm like, the fun factor is so big, so I enjoy it. Whatever, run it. But I'm never just going to be like, nah, it's all the way dope because I'm having fun with it.
All the way dope.
It didn't die on the hill. It's just my opinion. Like, all right.
Yeah.
If it's your opinion, fine. But damn, if I can't kill the enemies, I can't kill the enemies. It's bad.
Right. Not everything is subjective. Some things are objective.
If I gotta pay you for a quality of life update, it's bad.
Yeah, this took a turn.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is,
if I gotta
if you're charging me for quality of life,
update,
you know what I'm saying? If I gotta buy a statue, that's bad. That's it.
If I gotta buy a stat, I still haven't bought that game, and at this point, I'm probably not gonna get it either. I really want to play. But I actually want to play it though, because it got the.
You had it for Wii U, bro.
I did not.
I unintentionally boycotted it.
This was one of the 2 that I did not get.
Respect.
So that's why I was so itchy. But then the whole Joy-Con thing happened, and I'm like sick.
I did an unintentional boycott.
I did an intentional boycott.
Oh, he did an intentional one. Yours is unintentional. I'm in the middle somehow because
I was like, bro, hey, no way y'all get me to buy that game. I'm good. Good.
So Silva, what? It's actually hilarious that you said that, Silva. Silva says Key is not into collectibles. What was I showing this y'all yesterday?
Literally yesterday.
Just yesterday. Well, I was like scrolling through Instagram and I saw some figures that I've never seen before, but I was like, yo, these are dope. I would love to have these up somewhere. I'm actually major into I collect comic books. I collect sneakers. Not a lot of people. I don't know too many other people that collect sneakers. I collect. I'm a collector. I like statues and stuff like that. I'm a collector. But this is video game related, and this so peep this. There's a
Yo, hold on. Yo, Glenn came wildin', bro. Why
Huh?
sneakers though? I'll never understand that because
Why
they're
sneakers?
collectors, they're culture. Don't get us into this conversation.
Glenn Klein, yeah, please wait. You two stop. Yeah, Glenn Klein, please don't get them
Wait,
into this conversation
that's a whole other
because
convo.
this will
Yeah,
turn
bro.
into a sneakerhead podcast. And
No, no, it's not even like that.
I'm not. I'm in
I
the
have a
same
simple-
thing. I don't collect.
I have a simple answer. I have a simple answer. Simple answer.
What is your simple answer, Key?
It's as long as there is a community out there, there's something that's collectible. Sneakers are collectible. Like sneakers, there's a community of people that love sneakers. A
Uh-huh.
collectible item, it appreciates in value over time. And I just love sneakers. Like I love fashion and sneakers and things like that. One of my life dreams is to have a clothing brand. So with fashion comes sneakers. So one of the things that I love collecting are sneakers. It's simple. Like
Yep. No, I get
So,
that.
so you can collect you can collect trading cards, sneakers,
Right.
cars, whatever you collect is what you collect.
there's people that collect video games. There's people that collect statues, and I would be a statue collector. The Last of Us 2 is one of my favorite games, and there's a Ellie statue. Dude, I wanted the Ellie statue, the book bag, and the bracelet. I was just too poor to get that collector's edition. But there's collections for everything. But in this instance, I do love collectibles. In this instance, it is a collectible, quote unquote, that is locking a quality of life feature out of a video game.
Yeah.
That is bad.
That's whack.
That is
Like,
bad.
Like having a quality of life patch in your game is bring it
It's
on.
sick.
Give me all the
Do
quality
all
of
of
life
that,
you can give me.
but
But don't charge me $25 to go get a collectible item. It's probably going to be sold out in this climate now. Like it's going to be sold out by the time I want to get it. And now I can't use a
I'm
quality
not
of life
even worried
upgrade.
about
That
all of
is
that. I'm gonna get
It's
it,
crazy.
and I have 3
crazy.
kids at home. I'm gonna lose it. It might get snapped. It might get dumped in water and lose its NFC functionality. Now I
That's
have
crazy.
a literal statue.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. Silva, you're not making. You said, but we can't collect the game add-on. I'm trolling. I know you're a sneakerhead, but you got to see this different too. I never see. No, you're getting it wrong. I don't care if you buy it. If you want to buy it, spend your money on what you spend it on. That's not the point of my conversation. That's not the point of what I was bringing up. The point is, it is bad of Nintendo to lock a quality of life feature behind a collectible. If you want to buy the collectible, live your best life. I don't care.
Yeah. That's my beef with it too. It's like if you want to collect all the collectible amiibos, do that. Go get all the amiibos you want and hang them up in your room and put them in glass fixtures. Go nuts. But I shouldn't have to buy one of those to fast travel.
That's
What?
it.
Come on, man.
If I buy the game used 5 years down the line, this was actually brought up previously. If I buy the game used 5 years down the line, like, oh yeah, I always wanted to play this game, and I want to fast travel, I can't because that thing, what is it? The owl? I don't know what it was.
I gotta get on eBay.
That thing is long gone. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find somebody reselling it or something like that, or I gotta go to some third party selling some off-brand code for it. I have to literally buy the ability to fast travel, and that is stupid.
You just thought that's an
And
that's an aftermarket too, because people are gonna do that. They're gonna
It's already being done.
they're gonna
That's
after sell the NFT thing, put on people's own thing, and now you don't have to buy the amiibo.
No, it's a thing
Yeah,
right now.
I know
It's
that's a thing. And another
Yeah.
thing I was just thinking, Nintendo ain't gonna be like, oh damn, we really ain't selling this amiibo anymore. We should probably change the functionality of it. They ain't about to do that because
Oh,
now
it's-
all the people that bought the amiibo are gonna be in an uproar. They're like, what the hell did I
Yeah.
buy this for? Because now I can do it for free. So
They already
it's a mess. It's a mess all around.
They already sold out. Nintendo's their hands are free of it. They're done.
Oh, wait a second. So KJ said they make digital codes, but these codes are a moot point if the internet functionality for the game is out of life. So the game needs to be on the internet in order for you to use the code that you buy from a third party, because you can buy it like a cheaper code from a third
Right.
party to get the fast travel ability. But if the game doesn't have internet and then you can't use it. It doesn't work. So the fact that they're locking this whole feature behind a purchased item is very stupid, very bad. Shame on you,
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Shame. Right.
Very bad.
It's good for business in terms of your pocket, but it's bad for the consumer in terms of consumer care. Because I'm not buying that trash. Get out of here.
Very
Oh,
bad.
Yo, Silva, you're too locked in on the fact that it's a collectible. That is not. I don't care if you buy it, Silva. I don't care. I don't care who buys. I don't care if you buy it. If you don't buy it, that's not my point. My point is that that thing that you're buying comes with a feature attached to the game, a quality of life update at that.
I could see if it was like, if you bought this collectible item, you get a special sword. It's like, all right, whatever. There's 1,000 swords in the game, whatever.
Quest.
Right. But the fact that I can't fast travel from ground to air and air to ground at any time without that thing? No, man. No. Oh, if it's not in the game, you're going to play. No, I'm not buying the game. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
They're not buying the game, period.
I am completely out of that ecosystem. I was going to buy the game. They announced that you need the amiibo to fast travel and all that. I'm out. See you later. Bye.
So, my opinion doesn't really matter in this because I'm not a major Zelda guy anyways. Like, I don't care regardless about the game. So, like, my opinion doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. For all those who are wondering, we're talking about Skyward Sword for the Switch. The HD remaster, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were yammering. I've mentioned this game like 20 minutes ago. We're still talking about it. But everything we said still applies. Like, don't be doing that. Because we mentioned all the, I was about to say the pros and cons. All the cons of doing this. So Silver said, if the amiibo did not exist, would you buy and play the game? If Fast Travel was not in the game, would you play the game?
Yes. If Fast Travel was not in the game, I would play the game. The fact that you are dangling fast travel behind a $25 collectible is business with the company I don't want to do business with. I'm all set. I'm opting out of your ecosystem. I'm good. It's not an absolute. This is a gray area. It's a game by game basis. I make my decisions to spend my hard-earned money depending upon what the game is bringing up, what they have to offer. And when they're like, we're doing an HD remaster, XYZ, and they're giving you all these, and one of the main new features was fast travel. Everyone got excited. And then they're like, but only way to use fast travel is if you buy this collectible. Trash.
Yeah. That's
it's trash.
It's you boycott a bad decision. You boycott their bad decisions, basically. And that's why I've never owned any other Kingdom Hearts game except 1, 2, and 3, and Chain of Memories.
You're mad. So apparently they locked an entire dungeon behind the Wolf Link amiibo in Twilight Princess HD.
Yeah, which again is not a quality of life feature.
Yeah, that's not quality of life. It's a side quest.
That's a side.
That's just more content.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still garbage, but it's not a quality.
I mean, you're buying. I mean, when you
that's
get
DLC.
Yeah.
Like you can get New World $40, or you can get New World for $50, and it comes with skins and some other crap, whatever. That's basically that right there. You buy the amiibo and you get an extra thing in the game that's cool. All right, sick. Yeah. But it's not like you buy the amiibo and now you can fast travel. Like, that's the best. I can't think of a better quality. Now you can run in the game.
Cyberpunk, you can accelerate now, but you gotta buy this thing and tap your controller 3 times. Like I'm supposed to be able to go fast just because it's something that's better in the game, not because you want me to buy this thing and spend more money.
Let me buy mounts in your game, not the ability to mount. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to pay $25 to use a mount. I should pay $25 for the mount skins. You know what I mean? All the different mount skins. Yeah. But not to be able to ride a mount. That's horrible.
That's like I said, like
it's horrible.
Like that's like we had Pokemon OG, Pokemon Red. You had to literally walk the entire game until you got the bike. Right? Yeah. But that's like in Pokemon like Silver, where you get the running shoes at the beginning, but you couldn't get the running shoes unless you bought the amiibo first. You had to get the amiibo so that your mom would give you the running shoes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's the same thing. Quality of life updates.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. But yeah, I think we've slammed that point. That is pretty bad.
Mine was Gotham Knights.
Thank you. I was gonna ask you like a while ago, but then we went down the thing. I knew Gotham was gonna be on yours because I haven't seen.
There's a few others, but Gotham Knights was really sad. Like that they had to delay it. and they still came to the Summer Games Fest with like one game to show, and it was none of the Batman, none of the Suicide Squad. It was none of that stuff. I was like, what's like, why are you here? Stay home. But whatever. But that was my game. Was very excited for Gotham Knights whenever it decides to come out.
Those are some of the currently 35 delayed games of 2021. 9 of which, when I was looking it over, 9 of which occurred in the first 4 weeks of the year.
Wow.
It's pretty wild. And like we all said, there's still plenty of year left to go. So I anticipate that number going past 40.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of big hitters on there too. Like he mentioned Kenna, the newest Horizon, the newest God of War, like all these big banger titles are like, hold the brakes, pump the brakes, which I'm cool with. Go fix your game. Like go get it to the best that you want to get it. But man, these release dates are tough. Just don't give us one.
What's crazy is that I want to say about a couple months ago now, there's another system that's been released that I'm pretty sure that they're going to be more delayed games for.
You said wait, say that again?
That a couple months ago, there was another system released that there could be delayed games for.
Gotcha.
That is the Atari VCS.
Bang.
We talked about this way back when because, as you see on the screen here, it emulates one of their very first consoles to release. And when's the last time we heard anything from Atari before this? They had a situation. They filed for bankruptcy. They're not really relevant like they used to be. And now they came out with the VCS. Cool little thing. We've seen these types of consoles before. The Ouya, it has Android and all this other stuff. The Steam Deck, it's about to come out soon. But now we have an actual home console here. The cool thing about this, yes, kid?
No, I was just gonna say, did y'all know this thing dropped already?
Yeah. Already
this
dropped.
This thing been out a month or two or something like that. I feel like it's got no buzz. Like who's talking about
Atari? That's why I started like that. Like, when's the last time you heard anything from Atari? This has released and you still aren't really hearing it like that. Which is crazy because of what this thing is capable of doing. Like,
I thought we were still waiting on the release, bro. I thought it was still on the way out.
That's kind of crazy to me. Because if you go on their website, you see this thing in a number of situations. Yes, it is an Atari VCS. However, it's also a PC.
Yeah.
Can you buy it from their site or is it sold out on their site?
You can buy it from
you can literally buy it from Best Buy right now. The all-in version.
I think it's $400.
Yes, $399.99, and it comes with the sticks. Or you can just buy the box for $299.99. Like, why would you do that though?
Because again, it is a PC.
It is a PC. It is a PC technically.
Oh, so you can hook whatever controller
you
up
can hook whatever peripheral up you want to it. So it's Atari mode, like I said, and it's PC mode, and I'll specify why I mentioned that later. And because in PC mode, you can do anything, just like with the Steam Deck. Install whatever OS you want to hit. It supports Windows, Linux, and Chrome OS / Steam OS. You can install Steam OS on this thing, if you so please.
It's pretty cool. Like the brand new Steam OS for the Steam Deck.
Yep.
It's essentially a home console version of the Steam Deck, right? Except weaker. It must be weaker. It's got to be weaker.
No.
Ooh, spec comparison.
It is not. You can do. I can look up the specs right now, but the reason I say it is not weaker is because you can actually crack open this thing. You are encouraged and say, "Oh yes, you can open this and modify it as you so please." Whereas on the Steam Deck, it says you can, but we're not supporting that. That's basically what we've been getting from them.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
you said to me also, like, you're getting mixed messages because I said you could crack it open. I thought we could. And then we saw that statement that says not intended to be. And then you see the developer turning around and say, yeah, you can. So I don't know whether or not I really want to.
They got to get it to right. Like, is your warranty void if you open it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that thing's gone. It's got to be gone. Isn't it gone on the PlayStation?
No,
No,
What?
no,
Really?
no,
no.
not at all.
They encourage changing your hard drive. It's when
it's in the manual.
yeah.
It's in the instruction manual.
So there's two ways
you
you can open the PS3, as far as I know. There's the little flap, and then you unscrew it, and then you take the hard drive out. And then there's when you actually remove the shell. When you remove the shell, that's when you void.
Yeah, that like the actual shell part. Wasn't it the PS3 that had the little black warranty label thing on the back? And if you
the little sticker. Yep.
That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, the hard drive bay isn't near that, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, yeah. Because I never touched none of my system. It's always been stock.
So hold
on. Yeah. No, my PS4 has a hybrid drive in it. Like week 1.
Oh, the PS4?
Yeah.
I didn't even turn it on. I took it home. I cracked it on. I took the hard drive out immediately. I didn't even turn it on with the stock drive.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in something like this, I would do the same thing. So the Steam Deck, we didn't really get like actual specs on much like that. They only really told us the capacities. So the 64, the 256, and the 512.
Oh, they didn't give us like the
not the
processors and stuff?
I can't recall off the top of my head. I'm looking. Actually, I lied to you. No, they did. So
yeah, we did.
I'm pretty sure we went over that. Yeah.
The GPU is more powerful by far.
On the Steam Deck.
On the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck starts with 16 gigs of LPDDR5, whereas the Atari VCS starts with 8 gigs of DDR4. However, you can upgrade the RAM in the VCS to 32 gigs. So it'll have twice the amount of slightly weaker RAM. The storage capacities for the Steam Deck base are 64, 256, and 512. The VCS starts at 32 because that's a baked on eMMC drive, like the first version of the Steam Deck. And it has an internal M2 slot, which can be upgraded to whatever the hell you want it to.
You just put a 2 terabyte up in there.
It's the previous gen M2. So there's two types of M2 drives. It's the previous gen one, and they did not specify capacity. So if you find a 10 gig M2 stick, throw it in there if you want.
That's pretty dope.
Linux, Windows, SteamOS, Chrome OS, has wireless, has Bluetooth, 4 USB ports, HDMI 2.0, gigabit Ethernet. Oh wow, it has 8 USB ports. Mouse and keyboard support, 4K video, internet connection, pretty light, made of plastic, metal, and wood.
Made of plastic, metal, and wood. Man. Now, would you champion purchasing this thing, the Atari?
So this is $400? $400?
You can say $300 because you don't need the controller, right?
Oh yes, you're right. So for $300, you'll get this. You get a computer. You get a fairly reasonably powered computer that you can modify.
This seems like, do you remember that Alienware box that I had that we started this whole thing with? The very first one I had. That thing, like original retail price for that thing was like $900 for those things.
Wow,
like
wow.
Like way back when.
Yeah.
Like the modern version of that same thing now is around $1,000. And it just has more modern computer parts. But this thing seems like a cheaper way to get into that kind of space. No?
What space?
Kind of
let's say mini PC space.
A mini PC space. It's like a cheap way to get into it instead of a gaming console at the same time.
Just a box, right? It's just because it was just the box, right, that you had or something like that.
Box that I had, yeah, it was just a box. Huh.
Yeah.
So like rather than spend $900 on one of those, you could just spend $300 and grab a Microsoft controller and call it a day.
Yeah, mini PCs. Intel has been championing this new form factor called NUC, which next unit of computing.
Yeah.
Relatively small machines that can do very powerful things. And these are small boxes, like literally like the size of the palm of your hand, like $400 or $500, that can do things that some $1,000 computers can do. So now more manufacturers are embracing smaller form factors while knowing that they don't necessarily sacrifice performance and shrinking down to that size.
And you have the power of the internet. So
You have the power of the internet, honestly.
with the power of the internet, now this
You don't-
came up in their financial report, right?
Yep.
That they named some companies that they're trying to do cloud gaming. They want to do cloud gaming, and they mentioned some companies. They mentioned Xbox. So that's got to be Game Pass. They mentioned Google Stadia. They mentioned Amazon Luna. Like they mentioned a lot of these streaming services as well to kind of entice more people to get these
You
consoles.
have the perfect companion right here. You don't need a wild capable computer to go on Stadia, to go on Luna, to go on Game Pass. Everything's happening over there. Well, depending on which one you want. Game Pass, you could download onto the console if you want and play it. But yeah, we have the power of the cloud. You don't need a ridiculously powerful computer anymore. That's powerful enough to run 4K,
which is
on the cloud.
That's crazy. Like you're pulling. Right, you're pulling a game from the cloud and then it's playing in 4K. As long as there's no input lag, sign me up.
Yeah, the only thing that the box has to do is dedicate to pushing those pixels and accepting non-late input. Done.
It's pretty crazy.
So
also that wood finish on the front of that.
You see how the game is playing on top of it? Like, come on, fam. Nobody else is doing.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy is that I remember talking mad trash about Google Stadia, like who is your target audience and blah blah blah. Like, what is you doing? And now there's mad different cloud,
and there's mad different places that cloud can be played.
That can be now a lot of people can play it.
Your TV, your computer. You can buy a portable monitor and plug a Fire Stick into it, and fam.
I still feel the same way though, bro. I still don't know. Like I like the Steam Deck because it's mobile, but these home console ones, I just don't see it. I just don't see the point. I'm not there yet.
Maybe the differences in all these different platforms is like so subtle. It's kind of like how we have Netflix and Hulu and HBO and Blue. You know what I mean? There's so many. They're all streaming shows and movies, but they just have one thing that's slightly different, one game that's slightly different.
They have different content, like they have different content that you can tap into.
Yeah.
And these games, I mean, unless there's like Google, I mean, Atari does have Atari games that nobody else can play. They have their own games. I think they said 100 games that's going to be on there.
A couple hundred games,
yeah, a couple hundred games is going to be on there, which is dope. But like,
you get to play Pong. Cool.
Yeah. Is there a
cool.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a Google Stadia
exclusive
game?
Right. Like
is
that's
there
like Luna's already there. Like it's Amazon, so they can just leapfrog everybody. They got that paper. Yeah.
Is there an Amazon Luna game exclusive game? Like, why would I get like? What's the incentive of me getting Amazon Luna?
I just think we're closer to that than we are. Like when Netflix first dropped, there were no Netflix originals till now.
Now Netflix, you can't go on Netflix without seeing.
So I still think this medium needs more time to continue to grow, because I think like Amazon could put New World on there and change the game.
I mean,
even if
they did. No, they could. I mean, it's theirs. They definitely could. I'd be surprised if it wasn't there, but it's still available on Steam.
Right, but I mean, like, what if you didn't have to pay for the game? You could just, as long as you bought Stadia, you got the game, is what I'm saying. Like something along those lines.
Amazon Luna,
If you spent your monthly subscription to Luna, then you get access to
New
World.
It's kind of like how Apple Arcade does it. You're paying their service, you can play all their games. It's like Game Pass. So I think maybe I don't know, but that would be my only reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when it gets to that point, I'll see the point. But right now, it's just kind of mobile is dope. Is dope.
And you have to think about that. Mobile was in the same space. Like, who was thinking about playing video games on their phone as a flourishing space, and now
But,
mobile
like,
gaming is the biggest.
we've been playing video games on our phone. At least me, Snake. I was a Snake phenom in school. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
why'd the Engage fail? See,
why did the Engage fail?
that's what I'm saying. That was the
Maybe it
perfect.
wasn't
I
a
was
good
amped.
phone,
I
though.
wanted one, but part of it was a bad phone. Yeah, part of it was a bad phone.
Bro,
You still got to be a phone.
yeah.
This is true. You saw oh yeah, all those gaming stuff probably killed that battery, even though it was a Nokia.
Mobile gaming has exploded over the last like 10 years.
Oh, it's
though.
crazy. It's
crazy.
Exploded
massive
isn't
amounts of
even
money.
The term.
Yeah, it's
But he was just saying like who was thinking about gaming back then. And I'm just like Snake.
yeah. I didn't like. I played Snake, but I wasn't having the time of my life. I was like, all right, dude, like turn this
Oh,
on.
what, bruh? Snake was my bro. What math class?
Snake?
What was that?
Oh,
Snake.
see, math class, I would rather be doing math.
I was
Yeah,
Snake.
Yeah, math class was a
History,
problem for me
forget
because
about it.
I actually liked math, but I also liked making games on the TI calculators, like Snake. I figured out how to make Snake on the calculator. So
I remember those days. He used to go
I'm
nuts
here pull up
Those-
playing text-based RPGs on the T9.
on the
yo,
C9.
it was so good. Yo, make me
Beast.
want to buy one.
Oh, my
man.
God.
School kids.
Don't
But-
need it.
Is that a purchase for y'all? All right, let me not say because I know it's not a purchase for either one of y'all. But would you consider it for a purchase?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Even so.
My whole line of questioning was to try to find a reason to buy this thing, and I can't find one, bro.
No.
Miss me. Need
So
it. It's
for me
cool.
personally, this is only me personally. I have a Series X,
Mm-hmm.
and so right. So yeah, I have consoles. I have consoles that I have access to, and so this thing, and I have a PC. So this thing offers me nothing. If I want Game Pass, I turn on my Xbox
Or your
and
PC.
or my PC, right?
It's
So this
already-
thing, it doesn't offer me anything. If I wanted, it says offers the PC mode, because Reese forgot to mention, like, it has Atari mode, which offers the 100 classic Atari games, and then it has PC mode, which is the homebrew do it yourself device that it
Turn it
has.
into an
where you can
emulator
do-
box.
Yeah, you can put emulation on. I have a PC, so I just why I don't need this. It's just for someone that doesn't have
That
anything. I
doesn't-
think.
Yeah, it's like a low barrier of entry for potential
Yeah.
PC usage, powerful cloud gameplay,
Or
Yeah.
OG coming back to the
or
you know what I
OG
mean?
coming back,
to the space.
going back to playing
Hey.
ET.
You know what,
Look at Atari that came out. Hey, let me get that, man. Let me see
bro?
that.
My pop just got he bought a house. He has a house. He probably doesn't have a computer. I can get him this. I
This
can bring this to his
actually,
crib. Be like,
you
hey,
could
Pop.
bring this to his crib. Yo, you remember
Yeah,
these
yeah.
games?
Yo, with a mouse and key dongle and a controller, figure it out.
He'll
That's
have
it.
his
You
own
know what I'm
computer.
saying?
Yo, press this
He'll
button if
be
you want
able to-
PC. Press this button if you want to play games.
That's
you
it.
go.
He'll be able to open up his Outlook email and
Mhm.
Get a
Play
game
Pong.
of Pong.
And it'll look good in the space. You know,
Yeah.
it looks
Yeah,
good.
no, some
it-
of
this
actually, let me see if I can.
thing
it'd
looks
be
good.
fitting. It would be
Yeah.
fitting.
Some of
Well-
the images from like their website shows it. Actually, here I'll switch back really quick. It shows the thing on. It says productivity right here. There's
Look at that.
there's the
It
VCS
looks really
right
nice.
there.
Oh, it's like, it kind of looks like a little router or something like
yeah,
that.
like a little
it's
modem or
nice and
something.
little. It's out of the way.
A little
My man's
modem.
doing the spreadsheets. And then-
Yeah,
It's pretty slick.
it's nice. It is nice. It is nice if you need it. I'll say that, or if you don't have anything else.
Yeah, if
it's
If
nice.
you don't have anything, or let's say you only have a PS4 or you only have an Xbox One, and you can't get anything else. You're thinking about getting a PC. This can hold you over. This could be the middle ground to see if you want to spend an exuberant amount of funds on the PC. Like, boom.
Yeah, look, they're advertising PC mode hard. Like, look, running
Have
Ubuntu
to.
on the thing. That's
Pretty sick. That's pretty
pretty
sick.
cool.
That's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
I mean it's awesome. I think it's for like people that don't have much, people that aren't gamers that are like, oh yeah, I'll throw on some. Isn't there like an old soccer game on Atari or something like that? Like I'll just stick with Pong. Yeah, I'll play some Pong. I remember this back in the day. Let me play that. You know, remember you said turn on the computer and you would play What is it?
Pitfall.
Is it pinball? Is that what it is?
Oh,
Pinball.
yeah.
The whole
Just
pinball
beat the
on
little-
Windows.
Ding, ding, and the little, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He throwing
I
some
love that
pinball.
game.
Yeah. My mom would spam solitaire. That's all she would do.
My grandmother
Solitaire.
spent solid. That's why I play solitaire. That's all I ever seen her play.
Yeah.
Spammed it.
Yeah, my mom played a lot of
That
solitaire.
solitaire is unforgiving.
She taught me how
It
to play.
doesn't care that it gives you impossible draws. It'll just be like, that's the
Oh, well.
business.
Yeah.
That-
Oh, well.
Yo, you know what? I'm so glad you said that. Unforgiving, bro. Let me tell you. What
Listen.
happened to me today, right?
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Is it
So
video game
I was-
related?
Video game. Oh yeah, this is Hoshigami related, right? This is Hoshigami.
You in this game. Go
Yo,
ahead.
Hoshi, listen. Let me tell you what happened, right? So I'm over here, I'm playing the game, and I'm preaching. You know what I mean? I be preaching about games I think people should play. So I'm sitting there preaching like, yo, play this game. It's fire. Boom. All right, bet. Cool. And I was like, but be careful. It's permadeath. Like, you gotta watch out. And once people die, like that's it. Like my character died, and I had to restart a couple times. And then you ever watch Family Guy? And that monkey that be in old boy's closet, I forget his name, Peter's son's closet.
I haven't watched Family Guy in so long, but yeah.
Of
The evil
course.
face doing.
Yep,
Katie
yep.
just came off the cut like, you out here restarting, and I'm like, what you mean? Like it's OD. Like if I lose my characters,
Listen, you ask for this. You actively ask for challenge.
okay, wait. Now, see, this is so okay. So at first, right, I was
Okay.
like, dog, nah, what you tripping? Like, I'm not hearing you. Like, this is mad hard, right? And then I like really started questioning myself, like, yo, because he was like, nah, you preach difficulty, you like difficult games, blah,
Yes,
blah, blah,
yep.
right?
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, I like difficult games. And you playing on easy mode, restart. And I'm like, nah, right? I'm fighting back. But then I'm starting to think. So now here's my dilemma, right? Because
Okay.
I feel like he's right. Right? Feel like he's right.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game, where does it become monotonous or like you stop playing Reese, you stop playing Black Desert. Because you felt it was too grindy, right?
Yes.
So now, okay, so boom, when you play this game and you lose characters,
Okay.
the characters are gone for good. Does not matter what level you are, right? The characters are
sense.
gone for good.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to get characters to replace your party is to go buy them from. It's a tactical
Yeah,
RPG.
it's a tactics game. Yep.
So you got to go buy them.
And
You
they
gotta
start from
recruit
level
them.
1.
They always start from level 1, and there
Mhm.
is no way to power level in this game. Hold on, wait, KJ. I already okay. So KJ said, man told me I quote unquote played it. Hold on, wait, man told me I quote unquote played it. We were at the same part. I already explained that to you. I don't know why you're bringing that up.
Wait a minute. So no. I'm still stuck on there's no grind. So you telling me you can't walk about the map?
I said no. I didn't say there's no grind.
Power level. No power level.
There's
Okay.
no power level. And so in some games you have like a pool of like experience points or something. You can just like, I'll use my pool on this character and just like level them up. There's none of that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I was playing Path of Radiance.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right,
the only game I
okay,
remember
but
where that happens is on Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, I played Path of
Radiance 2. Boom. Go.
Yep.
Something like that. I don't know. But dude, I literally told you, like last time I talked to you, you said I caught up to you, and then I played for like an hour or two more. So I thought I was further than you. That's why I said that. Like I already explained. I don't know why you're bringing that up because I already explained it to you.
Silva, Korean MMOs only no grind. They love it. You are not
like
I never had. Sorry, Key, to cut you off. I never had an experience with a MMO from Korea. I was not ready. However, my brother stood up to the challenge. He got to level 50 that night. I only made it to like level 14. And I think this is the comparison I always made. He made it from 0 to 50 in a day, but 50 to 51 took a week.
Isn't that what 14 is like though? Because
No.
I remember playing 14 with you, and you was like, "Oh, I need 1,000,000 EXP to get to the next level." I remember legit playing with the game with you, and you was doing that.
Well, each level, demands an even greater amount of experience. So like 0 to 1 is 10, 0 to 1 to 2 is 100. What was it? 49 to 50 was 500,000. And I think 69 to 70 was like 47 million. Well, it's just gonna keep going higher as we get higher in level.
Well,
But
yeah,
the difference
so like,
from that was from 0 to 50 in Black Desert was like you were gaining experience at 100% rate. 50 to 51, you're gaining at a 1% rate. It doesn't matter the content that you're doing.
It's a huge drop off.
It's
That's what
a
you're saying.
huge drop off. And you
what? So you
level,
would,
so if
you
you
were used
die,
to something before? Is
No.
that what you're saying? Like, 'cause I'm still not understanding. Like, you're
Okay,
not, you were
so-
used to it.
so
No, yeah, go ahead.
So from in Black Desert, like I said, from 0 to 50, you gain experience at 100% rate. And then from 50 onwards, you get at 1%. Whereas in Final Fantasy 14, yes, the amount of experience that is required between level increases, but it's at a consistent rate.
Right. So
Like,
like
there
when you're
is
playing,
no-
it doesn't
oh.
go from like a normal feel, like let's say you're playing, I don't know, Final Fantasy 10, and as you, well, that's actually a bad example because of the sphere grid level. So let's say you're playing Final Fantasy 9, and as they level from 36 to 30, it's a little bit longer, but not crazy.
Yeah, it's
a little bit
1,010.
longer,
It's
but not crazy. A
1,040.
little bit longer,
It's
but not crazy.
1,070. And
As
then
opposed to it going from
level
10
51.
to just
Now it's
20 million, like,
3,000.
okay,
Now
that's what
it's
you're saying.
40,000. Now it's 500,000. Like it was wild after you got past that
what
barrier.
I'm asking though is in Final Fantasy 14, when you go from, you said you need 47 million. Does that 47 million take a bit to get to, or are you doing like quests where you're getting
Well,
like
no,
a million?
because the amount of experience that the quest gives you is equivalent. So like
That's what I was asking. So like I can do a quest and they give me like a million experience, and I just got to do this quest.
Yeah, it's not going to give you like the 5 experience from like way back. No, it'll give
It's
you
relevant.
It's relevant.
No, that's what I was asking.
Relative.
That's what I was
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long-winded way to explain that, but yeah, I wasn't ready for that style of grind.
Yeah. So right. So it doesn't matter what level you are. You got to you end up, you could be level 60, it doesn't matter. You end up with a level 1 character.
Yep.
And then you have to go to the tower and level them to the adequate level that you are. You got to spend time to do that.
Yep.
So now what I'm asking, what I'm asking is, wait, so KJ said there is the thing. Oh yeah, they have a. I said that. Yep, they have a tower where you can go level them up. Yeah, so you can definitely power level units because the higher the enemy levels, or weaken them with the main character, then the new units. Oh, you can weaken them with the main character and then pull up with the new units.
Wait a minute,
for
there's
them
a
to get the kill.
dedicated place in the game where you can just
There's these towers. It basically
that's different
like
than what I'm used to. I'm used to just like
different.
going back to a previous level I fought and then fight them again and then
because this game, it doesn't have, in like Final Fantasy Tactics, you can, as you're walking, you can land on different points and you get into a battle. There's no battles when you're going from A to B. It's just in these, as far as I know, as far as I've experienced, there's no battles when you're going from A to B. It's just these towers and whatever the mission location is.
All right. I haven't played the game in a while, so.
But now my question is, because like I was really questioning myself, like, yo, am I really running away from difficulty, or am I running away from like a grindy like what does that okay? Does that determine? Does that make the game difficult that you have to grind to get your characters? Like because you have, I think most if not all the maps are 7 character slots. So
are you asking if effort is difficulty?
Like, yeah, if the grind to put in
because I see what KJ just says, if it deepens the game, it wouldn't make a difference if you lost a character when you're level 5 versus when you lose my level 30.
Like
at that point, I do not think it's difficulty. I just you messed up and you just gotta make up for your mess up.
So like I said earlier, I was like questioning myself, and I went and I beat the spot, and I lost 2 characters, and I kept it at that. I was like, yo, he's making me question myself as a gamer. So I beat the spot and I lost 2 characters, and like that was it. They're gone for good now. And I went and I bought 2 more. Now I had to go grind. And I'm only like level 4 now, I think. So I just gotta go. I gotta go grind and get them back to level 4.
That's not difficult. No. But I don't think that is difficulty. No.
But then again, like you're preparing yourself for a difficult fight. No, like the next fight is probably harder than the last fight you just did.
Most likely.
So like when you play permadeath, you got to play different. Like you can't just rush in, die, and then that's it. You have to play it different.
So this is my first experience with a permit. Like I played Path of the one for GameCube. I forget one of the Fire Emblem games.
Path of Radiance.
I think it was Path of Radiance. But Path of Radiance lets you power level characters. Like you literally have got at this menu and you can just like spend experience and it's like, and it just level up a character really quick. But I don't think any of my characters died when I did that. This was my like first when I played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Y'all remember?
I remember you
lost Mont Blanc. Yeah,
Mont Blanc was the first character I ever lost, and she was. They were gone for good. It was gone.
That still blows my mind to this day.
Yeah, gotta move on.
Oh, you gotta move on, man. That's crazy.
But like, do you go and grind? Like, because like when I think of like Sekiro or something, a Souls-like game, that's a difficult game where it takes skill to get through. Right.
But you still but you can still grind to level up to go like you can still go grind to make your character stronger, get more moves, expand your health bar and all that to mitigate the difficulty of the fight. But it's still
you
a hard
can
fight.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you can't do that. I was just asking, like, is there a difference between like having to like because once it's the thing. It's a little different because it's a tactics game. Like once you lose some units, you got to go replace those units, and then you got to grind to get those, and it becomes kind of like monotonous. Yeah, after every time you lose a character, you got to go buy a new character. You got to go to the tower, and you got to go power level that character. And that can really drag somebody away from a game.
Where the difficulty lies in that statement, I think, is where you are losing the characters, not the effort you have to put in to replace the characters. Right. That's where the difficulty lies, I think.
Wait, what do you? Oh, like how you lose in the fight itself?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, see, right. I will admit,
game's hard.
Yeah.
Huh?
No. Like, if the fight's hard, the game's hard.
Losing characters.
Right. So I will admit that, like, when I was playing the game, I was running in haphazard. Like, let me just come in and like knock some heads off.
Permadeath is different.
Yeah. And that game is brutal, especially with the RNG. Like, oh no, like oh man, there was one time because you can have multiple moves in a turn. Mm-hmm. One of my characters had 70% chance to hit, and I had 3 chances to hit. I whiffed all 3 times, and then I was so mad, I just went and attacked with a person with 46% chance, and he hit.
It happens.
Yo,
oh my god,
tactics math is wild.
Tactics math is not math.
God.
Yo, like XCOM, I played it with permadeath, and like you just gotta eat it, bro. Like it's part of the way you signed up.
You got it. So you gotta eat it. You gotta eat it. And then you gotta go and grab a new character and power.
Same thing.
XCOM, you gotta power level a new character.
Level them up. Yep. They start at 1.
They start at 1.
I think there's thresholds, but I didn't get that far because that game beat me. That game
beat it.
Oh no, dude, that game beat me. So that game
changes things in, like, I would just say entertainment, because if you're watching a movie and someone dies, you're gonna feel that, and death hasn't played such a great role in video games outside of permadeath, I think.
And so the thing is,
really
like,
drills that it isn't like, fam, that's it. It's not, he died, I'll just toss the Phoenix down on him. Nah, fam. Dead.
If you go to Wiki right now, if you go to Wiki and look up Hoshigami and go down to the what's it called? Reception.
Yeah.
Let me get it right now for you so I can get it verbatim. Okay, here we go. So if you go down to reception, it says in Japan, Famitsu gave it a 29 out of 40. Criticism was leveled at its steep learning curve, because they don't tell you how to play the game.
they didn't tell you how to play games back then.
They don't tell you how to play the game. And nigh impossible battles, and the resulting emphasis on level grinding. And so it's just like that can really, I can now that I'm like in it. Yo, look, KJ said they don't just figure, dude. They literally tell you nothing. You have to go through all the menus. And like,
you want to know why? Because they had manuals.
There was a booklet. I was going to say there was a booklet. You got to read the booklet.
Oh, the booklet.
They didn't have the space for that in the game, so they put it in the booklet.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro.
Nah,
I'm not. Nah.
You had less than 700. Yeah, this is true.
Legend of Legaia. They got a whole Chrono Cross. There was a literal Bible at the beginning of the game teaching you all the systems about the game at the beginning of Chrono Cross.
Okay, I didn't say it was impossible for them to fit it in there, but listen, whatever restraints they thought they had, they couldn't fit it.
No,
it's not an excuse.
I'm not saying it's an absolute thing. I'm just saying, you guys check? Did y'all check
what the booklet?
Did you check the book?
I mean,
because not every game had it in their game back in the day, and not every booklet had the info in their game, and vice versa.
It was very rare that it was in both.
Yeah.
Wait, so what are y'all saying? If it was in the booklet, they didn't have to put it in the game?
Yeah. Why waste time in the tutorial section when you can just read the book and get right into the game proper?
Just play the game right out the gate.
I think that's foolish.
It's foolish to add more game opportunity? Interesting.
Like, I love tutorials and things now.
But yeah, exactly. So that would be wasted space on your part. And for B, it would just be like,
but it's it's still a quality of life thing for other. Just because I don't do tutorials doesn't mean other players wouldn't like to have a tutorial. Like if you go buy the used game, and you don't have the booklet, then you just
system back then.
Out. Like, that's it.
That doesn't make sense. Like
you better go to Game FAQs and look it up because the book was gone.
Bro, they really made that stuff for that. If you like back in the day, you go look. The first stuff that they tell you is like how to play the game, like literally like what's in the booklet, like how the game operates. They give you all the item lists and all that stuff, just how the game works.
Hey, Jay, told you trying to split Hoshigami so we can get a book. I'm gonna pass because Hoshigami is
I'm pretty sure it's online somewhere.
Game.
Yeah, just get the PDF of that thing. Stop playing around.
It's quite expensive game.
I bet.
But yeah, they don't teach you anything. They literally just there's a quick rundown at the beginning, and that's it. But yeah,
yikes.
I'll get to that game eventually.
But yeah, in terms of permadeath, I'm not restarting the game. If I lose my guy, I lose him.
If I lose it, I'm bad, and I need to get better. That's about it.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh no.
That's like save stating. Boop. He started over.
I've had my time with save stating. I don't know.
I still don't save state. I still don't save state. What was I saying?
So
yes. No. I do agree. That is very true because I was running out. I realized and the reason I lost 2 characters because I realized kind of like. Okay, so actually, this is what actually happened after we had that. Like when we was having that conversation. I had the game like paused and was playing Xenogears for the stream. And so after the stream was over, I opened the game back up and just picked up right where I was off, right where I left off. And I was like, nice. Like I was like questioning my game ability. I was like, yo, let me start running out crazy. Let me play sweaty. And then like I lost 2 characters because of the position I was already had put myself in. But I didn't realize that you have to play those permadeath type games like sweaty. Like you actually have to sit down and
you gotta think. That's why I love tactics games.
Yeah, I forget who it was, but they said that they were like XCOM for them is light work. They were like, I'm like, what? And they were like, but it took them about an average of 7 to 15 minutes per turn to decide what to do. Like they took that much.
Oh well, then it makes sense.
Like. Big brain it, like you got a big brain, especially with permadeath, yo.
Yeah,
you playing around with hours
there was one
time.
Thing. So I've recently put Windows 3.1 on my iPad to like relive some of the wicked old games I used to play, and one of them was dots and boxes. Like you draw the dots, you try to make boxes, things like that. The game had difficulty, so it was easy, medium, hard, grandmaster. Oh. Depending on the difficulty, the game looked ahead X amount of moves. And assumed the score. So you make your move and it's just said thinking. You think your computer froze. He's there thinking. And he's just moving ahead of you. You have to do that sometimes.
That's pretty cool.
So Silva, to answer your question, no, I'm not streaming the game. Sometimes I throw it on like during like the just chatting section, but no, I'm not. That's my off stream game that I'm playing. And I actually asked KJ to keep me honest to keep playing it because I do very much enjoy this game. Very much enjoy all the different systems.
Tactics games is amazing.
Yeah, they are.
And I don't think tactics games get enough spotlight, honestly. So I was looking while we was talking about it. I was looking at the Gamescom awards to see if Attack This Game won anything. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope won Best Nintendo Switch Game.
Boom. Because it is.
So that just means I definitely need to play both of them now.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you got to do that.
Actually, I have my Switch right here. I'm just going to purchase them right now.
Forgot you got to do that.
Since we're talking about the Gamescom winners, let's just run down the list. See
Elden Ring.
If there's any surprises. So
give me more Elden
Ring. That's all I need.
So I'll just run down the list. Best PC game. The three contenders was Siberia with The World Before, Age of Empires 4, which is kind of crazy because it's not even out yet, and Elden Ring, with Siberia winning. Elden Ring did win Best Sony PlayStation game, however, winning over Tales of Arise and The Dark Pictures House of Ashes. Best Xbox game, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
Of course.
Over again, Elden Ring, and Far Cry 6 was the other contender this time.
Far Cry 6.
Nintendo Switch really didn't have too much competition. It was just Mario Rabbids and Just Dance 2022.
Oh, hold that L.
Best action game. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction, Halo Infinite, Far Cry 6 taking the win in that category.
Yep. I can dig it. Not for me, but I can dig it.
Best.
Yeah, Far Cry 6, man. I want to play, but like,
we need to see more.
I thought they were going back to serious, and I think they just found their new niche. Like they found their audience, and they're sticking with that. And it's like I'm just super butthurt about it. That's really what it is. I'm butthurt that they found their new friends.
Hey, they got their new groove. And
remember what we used to do back in the day? Nah, we ain't with that no more. They on another wave with some new friends.
Like, crazy.
Yo,
yeah, it hurts.
The thing about Gamescom, before you continue to list, one of the bright spots for me, there were two. There was the Midnight Fight Express. You guys never heard of that? That game is insane. I have to play
trailer. I have to play. I actually have to play that trailer. I have to.
Just looks crazy. But yo, that Saints Row reboot. Look at that.
I was gonna say something about that. So how he was talking about, how Far Cry 6 is straying from their original path. Saints Row is finding their way back towards it. And they really had interesting wording to say about that, because the first two games were the more serious of the series, let's say. 2 and 3, they were a little silly, and 3 and 4 was more on the silly spectrum. Like, what is it? You went from what was the terminology? You went from the trap house to something to the White House. Like you go through a journey. Right. And then in the DLC, you're conquering hell. Like, there isn't too much more you can do. So go back to where we came from. That's like the developers' words themselves. That's basically what they said. So go back to what made us great in the first place to give them the ability to make 4 Saints Rows.
Got you. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks fun.
So what was the name of that game again? My man B said it was Midnight Fight Express. What's up?
Yeah,
did
that
you
thing
guys
looks
see that game Dokkaevi or whatever?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
You want to know what game?
Not look cool? Am I the only one that was looking at it like?
No. I was gonna bring that up because
I was in here dancing. When
gives me that game did the Craftopia to me.
Yeah, it did the biomutant Craftopia feel.
All these genres, and what did they call it? They called it Pokemon and Splatoon. It's essentially the cherubish type characters collecting monsters, flying, and my boy was on the longboard hitting the tricks on and everything. Yo, it was cool.
It was pretty
cool.
There was a young planting stakes in their garden or something like. They was doing all kinds of crazy things. I don't know what genre this game is, but I want to play it.
Dude. I want to check it out. I need to check it out.
Speaking of garden, did you see Medieval Dynasty?
Medieval Dynasty. There were so many. I did not see that one.
Medieval Dynasty. It's a survival game. You go around, like, you farm, build, whatever. It's when you got like
it's a survival game. Okay, now
yeah. The only thing is, again, I'm spoiled with 7 Days to Die. I need something trying to murder me, so I don't know. Like, I just thought it was interesting.
Something to
but
murder me.
I need some impending doom. Otherwise, like
I get it.
I like survival games, but like I need something because I don't want to just be farming just because I'm farming. Like I want to farm because I gotta survive because somebody's
I
outside
guess.
trying to get me. Like, you know?
Like I'm
Like,
not playing Farm Simulator, but if there's Farm Simulator stuff
Farm
in
Simulator
my
Survival.
Alien Hunter survival game, sign me
Yeah,
up.
now we're
It's
talking.
different.
Farm Simulator when the alien armies attack. All right, hold on.
Word,
Let me
let's
You know
go.
what I'm saying? Let me get my
Right.
crop together.
Exactly.
But Key, really quick before I let this one go, have you seen Midnight Fight Express? Because I'm surprised that you aren't about this. You are
I don't
all
think I've
ab-
seen.
What? Let me show everybody.
Can you put it up? Yo,
I am
put it
go-
up.
I
If
am
you
gonna
haven't-
put this
if you
up.
haven't seen this yet,
Key, you haven't
Yo.
seen this yet. You are wiling out, my friend. Watch this really quick. And
Let's
it's
see
not
what
going to
this-
be with audio.
Also, Humble Games is coming to Game Pass, which I'm so
just
stoked
just watch
about.
this, Key.
Look at this thing.
We're everywhere, by
see.
the way. Ooh. Ooh.
It's the
Watch my man's right here.
okay.
no.
Yeah. Never
This
mind. This
is-
is dope.
this
Midnight
is
Fight Express is looking
violent.
mighty
I
It's so-
can't
oh my goodness.
wait to play
Bro.
this
Yeah, that
game.
awesome.
It reminds me of Hotline Miami.
Yeah,
but with,
Hotline
like,
Miami.
full
What?
characters. Look at this thing, man. It looks so much fun. And
It's
this is
the same
one
you-
developer.
Yeah, this is one person
person.
doing this.
One person is making this game.
It's the same perspective. What's it called? ISO, whatever. It's just like
Isometric?
the Ascent.
The Ascent,
Isometric.
yep.
Top down. ISO, yeah. Oh,
But
let's
fan-
go.
There's just so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, there was a couple of games I found like interesting during that whole thing.
Oh,
It even have
Did y'all see Small Land?
Small
Fam,
Land.
No, I haven't.
Dude,
let's-
Small Land is it's a full-on rip, I think, of Grounded. Like, I feel
Ooh.
like
What?
it is. Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I can slide it to you. But
Yep.
it is a full-on rip of Grounded, and I was just like, yo,
Is
it's
anybody
like,
gonna
are
say
we,
anything?
are we okay with
Hold on,
this?
I
You
found
know
it.
what
I found it, Key. Let's see what this is about. Cause now I'm curious. Hold on.
Yeah.
What's it called again? Farland?
It's called Small Land.
Small Land. Let's see what this is about.
And literally the only reason I wrote it down was because of the fact that it looked like a rip of Grounded.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. We're tiny and we're in a garden. Family. This is
Yeah.
look at this.
Oh, bruh.
But you're by yourself and you're a creature now. You're not one of the you're not one of the
you're
inhabitants
like-
of the house.
you're
You're a
an adult.
creature.
You're an adult creature. Not even a creature. You're humanoid with antlers. Like
This
that's
is
really
a rip. Oh my goodness.
yeah. And I'm looking. I'm just like, are we not? Is
We're not
nobody-
gonna say
are we
anything about this.
okay with this? Like, are the people of Grounded okay with this?
Yeah. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, they're gonna have to do some real explaining during them interviews.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like,
This is Grounded.
what's the difference? Like, they're obviously gonna have
difference
to have something
is-
different.
You're an adult. You're by yourself.
You not by yourself. Enjoy multiplayer survival and advanced hazards.
Multiplayer. Never mind. You got friends.
Never
with you.
mind. You aren't by yourself no more.
You're this small, surrounded by massive creatures, and at the bottom of the food chain, craft armor, weapons, build encampments. It's just Grounded with adults with antlers.
Like, it's ground. I was
That's
looking like,
kind of wild.
hello.
Are y'all not paying attention? Like, what's good?
Grounded's cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
So-
God knows cool.
Ay.
I just wish I knew how to pronounce the name of that game. Dokev, Dokev. Like, how do you say it?
He said it live. He said it. I watched. I think it's Doke. I think the V is by itself.
Dokev?
I think it's that one. I believe
So-
it's that.
It
So
makes
Glenn
sense.
Kane
It's
said-
capitalized, yeah.
Lin Kane says all video games pull from each other nowadays, which is fine, fair, and true. But
Yes.
this game, if you look up Small Land
Mhm.
and then go look up Grounded, the only difference is there's kids. Like
Yeah.
Like
the
I
aesthetic is
understand.
the same.
Right. Like I don't know, man.
So this is Dokev that I'm showing off right now, which is this. I want y'all to try to tell me what genre y'all think this game is.
Yeah, because like I fully understand, like in music, art, whatever, sports, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone borrows from each other, all creators,
Absolutely.
whatever. like you borrow concepts, things like that. This is just, bro. This is one
That
for one.
is a one for one. This is more of a one for one than Genshin Impact / Breath of the Wild. Like you can say it all you want. It was like a 0.5 to 1.
Yeah,
Grounded.
That's crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
Like Neo is like Dark Souls, but it has its own things, its own.
Yeah,
little,
exactly.
You know, that's just.
But
Man,
this Dokkaev game, I don't know what, bro, dude.
Yeah,
I saw this and I was like,
a lot going on right now.
I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what's going on. He rides a bike.
Look,
he rides
now it's Monster Hunter. Like what?
Yeah, he's fighting monsters. I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's freaking cool, and I actually like it. Like, I think it's pretty cool.
Now we're riding the llama.
Chill out, mind your business. We need that llama.
Like this looks like, and even the graphics this looks like a next gen game.
Not
kind of
bad at all.
Yeah.
Look at Glenn Klein. I don't know what it is, but I'm buying it. It did its job. Look, my man's doing it on the longboard. What?
If the next Pokemon is something like this, like,
oh man,
if they made this, they would make a killing. They would sell.
Oh, look at the rollerblading, dude! It's so cool. It's
this
so
would sell out faster than anything they've ever made and will ever make.
No, this is right.
Dokkaev.
Dokkaev. Yes.
Dokkaev. It's a really cool looking game. I don't know what it is about, what's going on with it, but it just looks.
You're
cool.
just doing a bunch of everything. You're fighting. You're harvesting. You what?
Bro, it's action sports. It's Monster Hunter. It's Pokemon. It's flying.
You're flying.
Yo, he just did an air dash. Yo, I need to play this.
What if this is the
so
advent
fun.
of video games, where video games is just a game. It's not defined to a particular genre.
And this is what we're heading towards. Like
I feel like Pokemon Arceus is gonna be similar graphics to these, right? I think
it looked like that.
More Nintendo-ish.
Yeah, more
like
Nintendo.
Tone this down a little. Like, look at the water right here.
Beautiful.
Nah,
This
man.
is
Kind of beautiful, actually.
This looking
Look, my man's
good.
in a Mario Kart.
Doing donuts. Now we're fighting this.
Now we're fighting Dr. Robotnik, Great Value Robotnik, like family. Yo, this game, I gotta stop this.
I don't know, dude. I saw it and I was like,
Dokkaev.
so impressed.
Oh, yo, that was
I'm hearing. What
that
I'm
was
hearing.
a lot to take in.
If there's multiplayer, we all playing. Yeah, Glenn King.
We on. We are on.
I don't know what that is, but it's sick. It's dope.
Yeah, this is I bought Craftopia, and this might be getting played. I haven't played it in a while, but I know when I do, I'm gonna have a good time. That's why I'm not really worried about it because of the nigh infinite things you can do. And
yeah.
Now
I got a quick question.
Pearl Abyss. This is Pearl Abyss.
Okay.
We were just talking about Black Desert.
Oh,
This is
Wait,
Pearl
what was your
Abyss's
question?
game. What is your question though? Before you forget.
Oh yeah, before I forget. Well, no, I can't forget this because it's written down. So this is my question to you guys.
Yeah.
What is a game that you wish you didn't play so you could experience it now as an adult?
Final Fantasy
All right.
10.
Final Fantasy 10. That is one
Final
beautiful
Fantasy
story.
10 is Let me give you my actual answer. I'm sorry. Let me give you my actual answer.
Well, while you think of yours, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy 10, first of all, is one of the most beautiful stories for me ever. Just that story is just really beautiful. I don't want to talk about it too much because I have my girl playing it right now because it's one of my favorites. And relatively recent, couple like 5 months ago, we stumbled onto Slammer. Shout out to Slammer. He was literally at the end of Final Fantasy X, and I watched him play it, and it obviously didn't hit me like when I first beat the game, but still, just watching that, I still felt it. You know what I'm saying? I still felt it.
Yep. That's why when I was watching Flip play Final Fantasy X, and not only was it reliving it, but someone who never played it before experienced it was even more. It was like if I could get that feeling back. I can't think of the game. I honestly don't have a question for you, an answer for your question right now. But if that was a re-obtainable feeling, it's a good choice. But if I could experience that again for the first time,
oh man,
that would be good.
Easy. Okay. What you got, B?
God of War 2018. because
Fair enough.
as
Ooh.
Oh, I
masterful
wanted
as
to
that
talk.
game is, it hit
Mhm.
me so deep. I wasn't a parent when it came out. Now being a
Now you
parent,
want to, yep.
it would be
Oh, it would be
crazy.
totally different.
Oh, I
Already
wanted
a
to talk
Yeah,
five
about
five
that game. Wanted to talk about that game.
The new
'Cause-
one?
Huh? No, about 2018, right? Is the one, isn't that the one you gave like game of the year or something
Yeah.
like
Yep,
that?
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
The game of the year.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was that was game of the year.
we'll talk about it next week. We'll talk about it next week. But I definitely wanted to talk about that game. But now I think we should talk about everybody's favorite segment, which
Oh,
of course, is B's throwback of the week.
my boy. It's stuff. Yo, Key.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. This week, we got an oldie but a goodie.
What you got?
I
for
don't know
me?
what's going on with these gentlemen at the moment,
Nah,
but
my
this is
man.
an oldie but a goodie.
I got broken.
Yeah, Key was
Gotcha.
broken.
So the developer is is Prokion. It was published
I'm out.
by Sony, so by Sony Computer Entertainment. This game was released October 29th, 1998. It was only released for the PlayStation. Any guesses? You guys good on the guessing?
Yeah, I'm also. I don't even know who they am.
1990
And
when?
watch me know the game. Watch me know the
Wait.
game too.
October 29th, 1998.
Prokion.
1998, October 29th by Prokion.
By Prokion.
That's what's
Oh,
that's
no.
what's throwing me off.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Probably not a game I played.
I thought you would have known. All right, what about Contrail? Does Contrail ring any bells?
Okay, I know
I know
Contrail.
Contrail.
Yeah, it's that
Okay.
gummy bear looking
Yeah,
sea.
yeah, the blue
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
Contrail
yeah.
ring any bells? None?
No,
On PlayStation.
there's still a couple
On
Contrail.
PlayStation.
I know this.
Okay.
I see the splash screen in my head right now. I
Yeah,
can't.
I can see it too, but I yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
I mean, there's a
yeah,
bunch.
yeah.
What
There's
is
a
it?
bunch of
Yeah.
There,
Legend of Legaia.
Wow.
You guys have been literally seeing
I've been
KJ
saying,
play
yes, I have. I'm like, why do I know this, fam?
the original Legend of Legaia, the first one for 98. It came for PlayStation back in 1998. I love this game. I will always love this game. The battle system was so different for its compared to what was going on at the time. I love the linking up of the combos. It felt like it was a turn-based fighting game. It was so cool to me to be able to go up, down, up, left, right, and have it be like 2 or 3 different arts at the same time. It was so much fun. I love this game. I will turn it over to Key because he played this as well.
Yeah.
I beat it. I beat it like 3 years ago, about 3 to 4 years ago for the first time ever. And that game is amazing. And we actually got KJ. So KJ actually just beat Legend of Dragoon, played some other game that we don't care about, and now he's playing Legend of Legaia.
I'll leave it right there.
And Legend of Legaia.
I had,
Huh?
no, I had some gameplay of it running for those that weren't familiar with it.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit though.
I feel as though these games, Legend of Dragoon and Legend of Legaia, really set the tone for how I feel about video games today. Because I always tell people that I don't mind playing like old school menu RPGs, like attack, magic, item. Fine, like I'll do that. That's perfectly fine. But anytime a battle system has a difference, some type of innovative something, that's not the conformative way to do it, it's already better than the traditional for me. It's because
that makes sense. Yep.
Just has me doing something else, and it's
Yeah.
Legend of Legaia is just so. First of all, when you attack down, you literally attack down, like you literally does a low kick. So if you're fighting a floating enemy, you will miss that attack.
And
Like
it
he
makes
attack right, he attacks on the right
sense.
side, left side, he attacks above. I was watching KJ stream the game, and there's some people that have never seen the game before, and we walked in, and it was like, oh, what kind of fighting game is this? Like, what fighting game is
What kind
this?
of fighting game is this?
Yeah.
And I answered, I was like, yeah, it's a fighting game. It's an RPG fighting game. He was like, huh? Wait, what? I was like, dude, this game is amazing. It's so dope. And you can, yeah, I mean, so you start off with X amount of space, I'll say, of units that you can put into your bar. But as it grows, because it grows, and as it
Mhm.
grows, the combos you can do is ridiculous.
Bro,
It's
it's
so
crazy.
cool. It's
And
so cool.
in the normal arts, they build meter for the super arts, yeah?
Yes,
Mhm.
you can build meters by attacking, doing yes, all
You
of that.
literally, you hit that spirit boost, and you be like, yo, my next turn, I'm
Yo,
going
yo, you hear
crazy.
it? Yeah. And then sometimes this is one of my favorite things about this is why I love Legend Dragoon because you be like, huh, 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 volcano. Like that's one of my favorite things when they start yelling your moves. So when Legend of
Oh
Legaia,
yeah, they
they
be
would be like,
yelling.
dude, he wouldn't always do it. Sometimes he'll hit with the shah, whatever he'll do. But then sometimes he'll hit you with the tornado flame, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's so
oh,
good. It's so good.
Yeah,
yo, oh
the-
man, I love
how
it.
they
Love it.
Yep, how they sprinkle it in instead of
Instead of every time.
like every time,
Yeah,
like how you talk
yeah.
about Barrett, like da 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 da, how he does it every
Yeah.
time. Like
Yeah,
if you had sprinkled it
it's-
in, it'd be a little better.
It's sprinkled in. Sometimes he says it, sometimes he doesn't. Oh man,
Now,
Legend of
Reese,
Legaia is
you
so
never
good.
really got into the game.
I
that deep,
did it. Y'all
right?
introduced it to me when I had
Yo,
my
me-
PS Classic. I still have
me and
that
Joe
same
Stace
data.
were
Y'all
screaming
told me, and I was playing. I'm like, I can get behind this.
It's so good.
I can.
That's the only thing that I like or that I dislike, I guess, about the game is
Have it to
so
learn.
because Glenn Kane said, dude, actually discovering all the combos were ridiculous. So
Yeah.
the thing about that game is when you trying to learn the combos, it's it's frustrating, bro, because you literally just like for me, I was like inputting different combinations. Sometimes I was forgetting the combinations that I put in previously. I don't
Mhm.
know how many combos are available per how much space that I have. So you have like the
Mhm.
3-hit combo, the 4-hit combo arts. They're
Mhm.
called arts. 3-hit
arts.
arts,
Mhm.
4-hit arts, and so on. I don't know how many are there. And it was just like it was frustrating. It was really it's like I don't know. I hated it. But when you landed on a new art and you learned that new art, it's like, yes, let's go. I just
Yo,
learned a new one. Let's go. And
gets
then
to it gets to the point where you just remember them at some point. Like you don't have to go through the list and input them.
Oh,
I just started remembering them.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
you just remember you
because
could go to the menu.
their strategies at this point.
Yeah.
If you play enough
So-
if you play enough Helldivers, you haven't played Helldivers, have you, Key?
No.
It's the same thing. You're inputting commands to determine what you do. So like there was a certain 5-button command. I want to say it was left down, left up, up, or something like that. I would just do that so fast. I toss out the strategy and revive my teammates. And then there are other ones you could do for like your weapons and things like that. So it's basically the same thing, except you
Yeah.
can't chain them. But it's all about remembering like the actual inputs after a while.
For complete transparency, when I did beat the game like 3 years ago, I used a guide. I was like, bro, I'm not going through that again. Like, I'm not trying to learn these arts again. And I used a guide to learn all the art.
I
Oh,
totally
yeah.
didn't have a piece of paper with all of them written down. You know how many video games I've done that for, man? I don't care.
Yo,
Yeah, straight up, yo.
I don't
Keep your
care.
scrap paper for your video games, yo.
Listen, FF8, there's a maze. Just know that
Listen.
I had a piece of paper. Y'all know what
I
maze I'm
did that
talking about.
because I played Legend of Legaia previously. Legaia 2, which I've not like really played that game before. I'm currently in the middle of like trying to like manually learn the arts, and it's painful. It is very, very painful. But Legend of Legaia is a great game. Legaia 2 is not called Legend of Legaia 2 for a reason because it's not legendary. The game's not as good. It's nowhere near. It's alright. It's playable. It's fun. But nah, it's not Legend of Legaia.
Like he said, there's a reason that they took the words "legend of" off of the title.
They took it's literally just called Legaia 2 because Legaia 2 Dual Saga. Legaia 2 Dual Saga.
Okay. We understand your disdain for the game.
Dual Saga is good. Glenn Kane says Dual Saga is good. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's bad. Like it's a good game. It's a good game.
It's just
It
not
is
your
not
preference.
as good as Legend of Legaia 1. No, they took out the bro. In Legend of Legaia 1, you have the Rosaru and you can literally capture enemy like monsters, and those monsters becomes the spells that you use in the game. And as you use those, the more you use those monsters, they level up and their spells get stronger. And you can just there's different elements of spells that you or monster spells, whatever you want to call it, that you capture throughout the world. They took that out of Legaia 2. It's not in that.
You're just locked into one element, right?
You have that summon that you have that's attached to your soul. Not to mention the main character is completely useless when you get her up until she's not useless anymore, which is like 20 to 30% through the game. Like she
Oh
can't
yeah,
do
she can
anything
attack,
but
right?
defend. She can do nothing but defend. She can do nothing.
Mm.
I remember that.
Nothing.
That was very confusing. I remember that.
Bro, Legaia 2 is a good game, but nah.
Yeah. I played a lot of Legaia 2, but I don't think I beat that one. I don't think I beat Legaia 2. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I'm working
I feel
through
like I
it.
would have
I didn't
remembered.
beat either one of them.
I feel like I would have like, yeah, I've been beating that game.
It's got some nice stuff. Like it's got visual, like weapon changes,
I spent a lot of time
more
with it.
voice acting.
It was Lang is the main character, right? Lang, something like that.
The main character, it might have been either Lang or Yang. Yeah, I always change their name, so I don't really remember. It's
Yep.
Kitrin in my file.
It is
I
Lang.
can't
Let's
say.
go.
It
Let's
is
go.
Lang. Nice.
Nice.
But yeah, but
Right,
that was
so
a throwback.
Legaia.
Yeah,
I'll,
Legend
I'll
of
beat the
Legaia,
game
man.
eventually.
Please, just beat it. Now, how much to add it to you to move it to the top of your list?
Well, I mean, I have a retro game next because that's how I flip flop. I do retro, current, retro. So retro is
Where?
next.
Legend of Legaia.
But no, that's Radiata Stories.
Is that retro? Radiata Stories is retro. Don't say that. I'm
PS2.
old.
It's PS2,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
PS2.
Oh dear.
That's retro
Oh
now.
dear. Oh dear.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Oh dear.
Hoshigami Win, KJ. That would,
Yo, KJ says
that would-
Hoshigami.
nah,
win,
that's my
Reese.
off-stream game. Nah.
See, KJ,
Yeah.
KJ's playing it right now. He's like, yo, this game, it's very different. It's very different.
That's why it's my off-stream game. I can't do that.
Right. Like when we were coming up and we were on PlayStation or PlayStation 2, you'd be like a Nintendo
A
game.
Nintendo
It's
game was retro because SNES
Right,
was
Nintendo?
SNES had just finished actually. Like they were still
Yeah.
selling games in like 2000. So, but yeah, PS2 is retro. Is kind of crazy saying that now.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy X came out 20 years ago.
20 years.
Wait a
that's a
second.
generation.
Hold on. So KJ just said my Inner Tactics Masochist is coming out. This game
is hitting perfectly.
So KJ, let me ask you: Are you
last
really
thing.
enjoying the game right now?
I turned
but
20.
yeah,
Glenn
I'm
Can,
already
you
32.
youngin. I'm turning 33 this year. I don't wait. 30. Wait, 33? Yeah,
33.
33. Yep, 33 this year. All right. So that was a
yeah.
relatively jam-packed day. We talked about some Gamescom stuff, what we saw, the awards really quick. The Atari VCS. It sounds like I'm probably the only one that's gonna make a purchase, and then B's gonna come over, put his hands on it, say how cool it is, and never buy one for himself. Like that's the usual thing. We're actually both getting Steam Deck, so we can compare something finally.
Yes.
And all of those delayed games we talked about. Wild.
Man, oh man.
35,
Man, oh man.
9 of which occurred in the first 5 weeks. Again, I'm going to point that out every damn time. We're only at the end of August, so who knows how many more are going to get delayed.
I know.
Really quick,
So convenient.
before we head on, because we should have announced this in the beginning, actually, experiencing a schedule change.
Oh yeah.
Monday is unaffected. We'll be here Monday 7 to 9 Eastern. Now we stream on Wednesdays from 4 to 7 p.m. EST, not this Wednesday due to
Strike.
the Twitch strike that we're going to be participating in.
Yes, there will be no stream on Wednesday because of the day from Twitch.
From Twitch. That's what it is. Yep. Thank you for that. So, and Sunday for our usual times, I believe 1 to 5.
Yeah.
So
Bad.
we're down to 3. Things are getting hectic. You know, life usually activates at the end of the year. So we'll provide you with any other updates as they come about. And that's all I had.
Anything else?
Anything else, Key?
Oh yeah. One thing.
Yes.
This has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.